Yo, 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 what up, what up? It's your boy Shay Money. You are tuned in to the Across the Water podcast live from the PMG Podcast Studios. Ludi Lou, what up?
What it do? What it do?
Okay.
Back this week.
About time. Thank you for coming back. We appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you very much. So, our other host, J. Dot, is not here today. He wasn't feeling well, so we're gonna extend our warmest, get well wishes to J. Dot, man. We will see you next week. But moving on, we have two special guests today, man. Virginia, Newport News, Bad News, royalty here, man. You know what I mean? I know both these brothers for a long time. And I'm just gonna get straight into it, man. Our first guest here, we got my man Rated R.
What's good, my guy? Long time coming. Coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then, we got the impeccable Greg Bryant with Brand News Apparel.
Yes.
Peace.
What it do, fellas?
Yes.
Yeah. Greg all cool. Greg all cool and shit.
Man, I had to snatch this guy up, man.
Yeah,
This guy
what
right
I mean?
here, man.
Oh, Lorenz Tate ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
Ralph Lauren ass nigga.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, man, Greg has an amazing clothing line, which you'll see people from Iverson to Vic to just about anybody from Newport News and beyond, just Virginia in general. If you see, you can obviously see the hats. If you can't zoom in on it, this is the official hat of Virginia. This is the official logo of Virginia right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Straight up
sir.
and down on the rail, man. Straight out of Bad News, man. But it's just not limited to Bad News. It's straight up. It's not just 757. It's 804, 757 down in Roanoke.
Worldwide.
Man, we
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
make
saying?
this joint more popular than the Yankee Fitted, man. Because
Yeah,
everybody
man.
come through here, man. Everybody
Yeah.
come through VA.
That's a fact.
It's just, you need that representation, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
This
man.
is the culture. The culture come through here.
Now, speaking about people coming through VA, well, real quick, give give a little introduction to yourself and who you are, bro.
Man, my name is Rated R. I was a local artist out here, producer for a very long time. I was fortunate enough during the time frame that I was deeply into music to come in contact with Rel, which was people that was connected to Incredible, Impeccable Now at the time, Jay-Z.
Talk about it.
And I went to high school with Rel, and when we battled, it was like he was always telling me about his uncle's peoples that was from New York that was nice, that was out here. And he told me he was in town one time. He was out at his uncle's crib, and I wanted to battle him.
You want to battle Hove.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
He was, when I took the bus there to get to his crib, Hove was upstairs with his girlfriend at the time that he came down to see. That's why he was coming out here a lot.
Okay.
And
When you say out here, what are we talking about?
Newport News.
Newport News.
Yes, sir. It was actually what's the joint across the street from Ashton Green where the Papa John's used to be?
What, Beachmont?
Hickory
Hickory Point.
Hickory Point. So it was out there.
Okay.
And then Tata stayed in River Muse right next to Hickory Point. Because remember, River Muse and all of that was in the same area.
Right.
So Tata had a apartment in River Muse.
Okay. So let's hold on. Let's don't go too fast. Hold on. So, let's back up just a little bit. So for those who don't know, everybody in this room is from Newport News, baby. You understand what I'm saying? This is straight up Newport News shit, B.
You better know it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we 90s cats too. You know what I'm saying? So, for a lot of people, those who do know and those who don't know, the 757 has been a known drug hub for NYC cats since back in the 80s, from when Al Paul and them cats used to come down to Virginia Beach, and you know what I'm saying, Teddy Riley, not saying Teddy Riley was selling drugs, but some of his folks, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And even Teddy Riley just coming down here and establishing future hits, you know what I'm saying, So it was a lot of action going on down here. From a lot from New York cats coming down here to Virginia. So, before we get into the Jay-Z shit, how do y'all feel about like just Newport news in general?
Before we get into that, yo, let me get my man Greg Brown right here to introduce himself and hear about where he from, what he got going on from there.
We already did. We already did that.
Yeah, I do it for him, though.
All right, go ahead.
This interview is really not about me, man. I'm like, how did I end up here? But to my loyalty to my man Rated R, I'm here today. So I'm not gonna make it about me. It's about Newport News. It's about the story of Rated R.
Man, it's about us, man. We are part of that, man.
yeah.
Like all of that came from that, man. Like the inspiration and everything we do came from that.
Well, go ahead, Greg, because we are definitely going to be doing a brand news interview, but just give them a little bit of who you are and what you got going on.
Hold on, let me interject real quick.
Go ahead.
So
Let's get it.
just to let you know, like what he been doing it since he was young. Like he been fashion known. Like he been dressing fly. He been in the fashion. So like
since when? Like the 90s?
Yeah, since high
Let's
school.
say the 80s, though.
80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I wasn't around then.
Yeah.
But when I met him, he was already like that. And so when I found out he was doing the clothing thing, like it made sense because he was always doing the joint. So like for him to build a brand, and I'll let him tell you the reason why he built the brand and all that. But he had that joint, man, in high school, man. He had that glow like Bruce Leroy, man. He had the glow.
And y'all are best friends, right?
Yeah, we best friends.
That's what's
Parents
up, man.
is right beside each other,
Right.
up the street, and we went to the same school, and we got some history, man. This dude was telling me I was on the street team for Roc-A-Fella, and I used to bring merchandise to the school, T-shirts, tapes, singles, and give them out before I went to homeroom because we had homeroom before we had to go to first period.
Yep.
And he was in my homeroom class.
What school was this?
Mitchfield.
Okay.
Yeah, so I could pick up on that, to be honest, that was, in some strange way, that played a part in me being who I am and having the confidence to do what I do to this day. Because sometimes you got to see the light to be the light. So I remember, we was in homeroom class, and, I'm not really a, real perky in the morning type person. So this first period class, I ain't trying to, he rapping in my ear first thing in the morning. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not a mean type person, even though I was like, man, get out of my ear. I would still hear him out, though, but it was really irritating in the morning like this. Why you want to come to me first thing in the morning?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he would tell me about this dude, Jay-Z, and like he said, he was promoting for him then. But in my mind, I'm like, who is that? I'm laughing in my mind like, okay, whatever, it's going in one ear out the other.
Right.
So, you fast forward maybe a couple years, and then Ain't No Nigga came out with Foxy Brown.
Crazy.
And I'm like, oh, that's who you was telling me about back then. You know what I mean? So to see something that you might not see, and then you see it become what it is today, it lets me know that anything is possible.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, Newport News is it's not the biggest city even in Virginia. Like Virginia Beach is the biggest city, right? But Newport News got the big city vibe though. Like, how do you feel about Newport News being like kind of a small town but with big city energy?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
A small town with big city energy, man. Everything came through here.
Yeah.
Like everything. Maybe if the military bought it here, if the drugs bought it here, whatever bought it here, everybody came to Newport News. Yeah,
Right.
I remember to go off key, DMX was at one of the strip clubs, just chilling with no bodyguard, no nothing.
Word.
What was the name of that strip club?
Strip club?
What is it,
like
Magic City?
It was
that?
downtown. It was a hood strip club.
Moonlight. Gotta be the Moonlight is the only one I know downtown.
I don't know, man. Let's get off the
Well,
topic. We ain't promoting no strip
but,
clubs right now. You know what I'm saying?
I said it to say, like, everybody came through here. Like this, like you said, small town with big energy because of what came through here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was about what was already here. You know what I mean? Like the heart of Newport News, we went through different phases. I'm originally from downtown, and then I eventually, moved uptown, so I was able to see the flavor and feel the flavor on both sides. That's why I never got in between. Yeah,
That's a good. That's a good point. Like, what do you feel like is? And I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about just the culture. What do you feel like the difference is with the culture of uptown and downtown?
I think the mentality of being from down to bottom is like I'm coming from down to bottom, and people uptown had a little bit more access and privilege.
Right.
So the mentality flips from that. You know what I mean? Like, and I was able to be on both sides, so I was able to feel both vibes and understand it too. You know what I mean? But it was just from the lack mindset sometimes being down the bottom, and then you look uptown and it's like these cats trying to be hard to be something, and they don't even know what it's like to be in lack for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really just a testament to show how we're so much more the same, but we look at what we possess, so our circumstances is being different.
But it still had
it's
pockets.
still the same. Yeah,
it still had pockets because you look at
Exactly.
Aqueduct. Aqueduct was a low income.
But they still was in proximity of, I could see this nice thing or this nice house or this military family. I could still play with kids that ain't out of just lack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
It's more two-parent household. So it's a mentality
I respect that.
and how the demographic and how we grow up. And I think God blessed me to be on, to see from both sides having.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm from uptown, as you know. I love uptown. I'm from uptown. However, I'm from Newport News, period. But I love the way you know what I'm saying, how you broke that down though, because it gives it
Better light.
yeah, it gives it better light, you know what I'm saying, without taking from one and giving to the other or vice versa.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I looked at it like, I had family in both.
Yeah.
And we're, we're I would say they call us minorities or, black, Hispanic, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we look at each other's different based on where your zip code is. And that's crazy to me.
It
because
is.
We all the same, you know what I mean? But we look at more reasons on why we different
Right.
than to kind of find a common ground. And I think that's why Newport News hasn't really gotten the notoriety that it should have gotten, because it's a division.
Yeah, it's
Right.
a
You know what I'm
slave
saying?
mentality, so to
Yeah,
speak.
we got to look at things more on a collective. So
Right.
a lot of times we are understanding things when we should be overstanding, and most importantly, understanding.
Right.
Because you don't even know why you do things half the time.
Yeah.
But you might just be programmed.
Right.
That's why you don't know.
Right.
This nigga getting philosophical, Malcolm X.
Yeah,
I mean, good point. Look, good point. Good point though. Good points,
but it's a
man.
good point. I feel
Yeah.
him. I feel him.
So,
Honestly.
all right. So let's get into it. So, what year was you introduced to Jay-Z?
Late 91, 92.
Wow, this is way before
Yeah.
Reasonable Doubt.
Way before Reasonable Doubt. I heard Reasonable Doubt 2 years before it came out. Matter of fact, when he was in the Lexus one time, Bleak was actually in the car, and I heard the rough cut version of Coming of Age.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that was like 2 years before the album even came out.
Wow, G, I ride with you for free.
Yup.
Yeah, damn.
I'm gonna tell you this though. One thing I realize about people that really do seem to be successful is their drive and determination. Jay-Z said that the genius thing we did was not giving up. And that's
Yeah.
one thing I would tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I say all that to say up this story. I'm gonna set up this story with Rated R, right? This dude was relentless. I had to give it to him, and I could tell you that to this day, you know what I mean? He has a relentless type mentality. And I understand where it comes from. But we had Jay-Z, I would say, when he had that song with Jermaine Dupri, Money Ain't a Thing,
Anything,
right?
yup.
He had a show at the Hampton
Coliseum.
Convocation, the
Yep.
HU joint, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
So we supposed to met. You remember the Omni Hotel?
yeah,
We were supposed to meet this dude to get backstage passes
Right.
to go to that show.
right,
Because all he knew was we gonna get backstage because I know when Jay see me, it's on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we go there, get the tickets. While we get there, it's fugazi. The tickets ain't even it ain't what he said it was. We was gonna have all access and all that.
Okay.
But this dude pushed through anyway.
Yeah.
He had me do something I normally wouldn't even do, but because he walked with confidence,
Yeah.
we walked past everybody like we
Yeah.
were supposed to be there.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
we was, and we got there, we got back there because of his determination that taught me something. And then, we're standing, hardly nobody's back there.
Well,
Jay,
during that time, they didn't know what artists look like.
Right,
You didn't know
right,
who was opening up for what. So I just went to the door. I was like, yo, I'm an artist. I'm opening up. I said, Jay, my peoples. I mean, yo, get out my way.
Yeah,
like, and I had on the Yankee fitted.
And
And
I'm like,
and I was like, yo, come on. I grabbed him.
Yeah.
And shoot. Like, we got backstage. It was a
he
backstage
didn't even tell me to
door.
play. He just ran it. I'm like,
I'm like, nigga, I'm getting in here because all I
Yeah.
got to do is see Hov. Like, I've been around like them from before Reasonable Doubt.
Right.
Like, before he met Dame.
That's what I was going to ask you.
So-
So Dame wasn't Dame wasn't in the picture.
Dame wasn't in the picture when I met Hov.
So this is early.
This is early. Yes.
Was it even Roc-A-Fella?
No
then?
Roc-A-Fella. No Roc-A-Fella.
So
I was around for when all of that was formed. I was around.
So this was Original Flavor? Oh no, this is before that.
This
then,
is
right?
before that, yeah.
So what was you?
Like I said, when I battled him and lost, because it was just
imagine if he would have won. Imagine how we'd be talking if he would have beat Jay back then in that battle.
Right. And you battled him. And
So you battled Jay.
Yeah, I got smashed.
and you're
Yo,
good.
I salute you for that though.
a
For just
good. How old was Hov back then?
I don't even know.
Well,
really. You're
I
looking
think
at
he was about
91.
25, 24,
yeah.
What was the
25.
age gap between you and Hov?
Yeah, it was
back
the age
then?
gap.
Shoot, I can't even tell you. I'm 49 right now. Hov is what?
Like 56.
Yeah, so 6-year difference then.
So he
Yeah.
might have been about 25, 26.
Right.
Yeah.
So you went to battle Hov, and you was like, you had to be like what? 16?
Shoot, I'm in high school. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you this question: did he have the Pathfinder or the Lexus? But you already answered that.
Pathfinder.
Oh, he had the Pathfinder.
Yeah, he had the Pathfinder.
Black
Okay.
joint, right?
Matter of fact, we used to go get our haircuts, me and Rel, when he used to take us to the barbershop in that Pathfinder to get our haircuts.
Damn. So let me ask you this: so around that time, did he come off as a drug dealer who rapped, or a rapper that was a drug dealer? Like what? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
We knew what was going on, but we wasn't a part of that. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we was kids.
I was kids, right?
So we kind of knew that they had things that the average person that ain't struggling had,
Yeah.
but they didn't glorify that in front of us.
Right.
We was just cool. And then, like, I'm coming over there, like, instead of taking my bus to go home,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Rel's bus to go to his house.
Right.
And then, of course, my parents want to meet, him just to see, it's real. Like, this is where we're at. And then when it evolved to them, because they went to death row and all of that. So we were privileged to the conversations of failure when they didn't get the death row, when they didn't get whatever. So however much time had passed, when he came back, that's when he had the Lexuses and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Dame had a black joint, and then Hov had a cream joint. The one that's in
The one that's in
Dead
Dead Presidents. Wow.
So that's when the Roc-A-Fella
Imagine.
joint started to form.
Yeah.
And then it was because of the failure of them trying to get record deals and then trying to do various things. And then, like, we had pockets of seeing them open up for Smooth the Hustler and all of them.
Right.
And walking off the stage, nobody clapping. Like, he's just opening up for Smooth the Hustler, doing his thing. He steps right off the stage and just walks through the joint, and we leave right after that. Like, it's all of that build up,
Yeah.
and then Dame coming around, and then you're seeing a Roc-A-Fella like form after Dame.
So the first was what you said, like 91, 92.
Yeah, 91, 92, yeah.
So okay, and you went into this a little bit. Okay, who was around in 91, 92?
Shoot, you talking Tone Capone, which was
Right.
his right hand.
Okay.
Me, Rel, Quan.
Right. Shout out Quan. Don for
Quan,
Quan.
that did the Just the Moment joint with
Yeah.
Nas.
Yep.
Okay.
Shout out Don for Quan.
Yeah, so we all we click. Me, Rel, Quan, Mark, and Keith Black or whatever. We're all in high school. We friends.
Yeah.
So the hangout spot, which was Rel's spot, is where Jay them always was coming to. If they came from New York, that's where they came.
And Rel is Tone's nephew.
Rel is Tone's nephew.
Got you.
Okay.
And I remember Rel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just us being around. Like that was the hangout spot. Like if we want to hang out, that's where we going, wherever it was. And then you just see them come in. You see the hurt.
Yeah.
You see the frustration.
Yeah.
We just around it.
Right.
And then you see once Dame came, it was strictly independence. Like we ain't doing this no more. Like we gonna build our own joint. We gonna make our own street team. We gonna promote this. We gonna pump this with. Now, of course, they're hustling, but once again, we don't see that.
Yeah.
We just see the profit, the results.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Them coming in with better jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like we're seeing them like do jewelry exchanges. Maybe go to Tata Crib and River Muse, and we're seeing dice games.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like they all playing dice games. There's big money. They joking, cracking, and the same thing you kind of see. Like they just doing that. And then like if we needed a haircut, we needed to go somewhere. Like it's like drop us off. And if we wanted to go get something to eat, like they went to Old Country Buffet. Like they paid for everybody, the kids, everybody that was with them. And then the music started coming in, and it's like now y'all got something to do. Like the people that's hanging around, like y'all part of the street team.
Damn.
What really made that significant to you, seeing that?
Just the effort, like them not giving up, like just seeing you go through the emotions of not getting what you want, and then having to find another way.
So like, was the dude behaving around during this time too?
I didn't know him.
You didn't know him, okay?
I didn't know him at all.
Okay.
I didn't realize none of that stuff until after it kind of got publicized by him, because he might have been locked up there.
Okay. Okay.
Or he might have been just doing the Jersey thing, because he never came down to here.
Right.
The only person that I know that we seen, Dame definitely was out here. And Tone, this was his spot. So you would either see Jay Moore and Tone, because they like best friends. Yeah. They from the same projects. Marcy.
Oh, Tone's from Marcy too?
Tone's from Marcy.
So
same building.
Wow. So, and for those who don't know, if you look at backstage, Tone Capone, he was rolling dice with Hov, and he got mad. I think Hov, broke him in some CeeLo or something like that. He got all pissed off. Yeah. And
you can add that clip in there so they
can
see
we're gonna add the clip.
Add that clip. That's him.
Yeah.
And then he used to be in control of everything that came out here. So when
you say everything,
after Hard Knock Life, after he blew up, well, let's back up. How I knew everything was like it was a rap.
Yeah.
How he blew up, because I seen the response.
Yeah.
We was out somewhere. I forgot where the fuck we was at. It was a club we was at. And we was in there and they played Ain't No Nigga.
Yeah.
And we seen everybody go crazy. We've seen all the failure reactions of him not getting the reaction he wants through, I can't get with that. I got to keep a spit and never hearing him like that. He never got he got the street response. A couple of niggas was feeling the verses. Yeah. Even in my lifetime. In my
lifetime, yeah.
But that Ain't No Nigga, when we was in that joint, me and him was looking at each other. We knew that nigga was going after that. Yeah. Like, they don't. When that shit came on and everybody erupted, me and him looked at each other and we was like, yo, this nigga's out of here. He is out of here. So when that happened, when it came to parties and anything affiliated with Jay coming here, Tone Capone was the one setting all them shows up.
Shows and after parties. And
all shows. Because now that's them leaving the hustling side and just focusing on the music.
Right.
So wherever he was at, if he had a team that was a certain place, when it came to after parties and setting things up, those are the people in the crew that did things.
Why do you think that's like a little known fact, like everything that you're saying, like the amount of time and the significance of Newport News to Jay?
What do you mean?
Why do you think that's not more like known? Because it's one of those like real dope stories, but it's most people though, the average person don't know. Because he spent that much time here, you know what I mean?
He got too big for everybody to see, and now people are so used to not having that type of success around them that it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I believe it's
Hard to
kind of like
believe, yeah.
a lot of times people don't know greatness up close.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's what it is. A lot of times why you can't do certain things in certain towns or so-called small towns, because people minds aren't thinking big enough.
Yeah. Not at all.
You know what I mean? So it's like that couldn't have been like Jay, but
Right. Because a lot of cats, when he did the interview with what was it, New York Times,
Yep.
and he was New York Times, and he was like, and he name dropped Newport News, and that was the first time I've heard him say. You always heard him say Virginia, this and the third,
Right.
but you never heard him really say Newport News. And it was a lot of cats was like, oh man, that's AI,
Yeah.
and when I say AI, I don't mean obviously, I mean artificial intelligence.
shout
Yeah,
out,
right.
shout out to
Just so
Chuck,
y'all know,
Bubba Chuck. What
shout
up?
out to Chuck. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Cats was like, oh, that's AI, and oh, he lying. I seen cats in the comments from here saying that nigga won't ever down here. Just that, and I'm like,
That's why I don't
and look,
mention it.
and
That's
I
why
called you
don't
immediately.
Right.
I said, yo, I said, hey, yo, I need you on the price. And
Right.
You need me to talk about Jay. I
Why,
said,
why you why you think it's so hard for them to believe?
But I don't mention it.
I don't know.
I don't,
It's from what
that's
you
why
said.
that's why I bought him, because like it's so hard for people to believe. So I let other people, like I was getting tagged when that happened.
Yeah.
I was getting tagged in everything.
You know what that tells me? Just to get you know, he always like to say I'm philosophizing, but that's just what I do.
Drop
how
that
I
science,
think.
baby. Drop
You know,
that
it
science.
is just the fact that we all out here projecting.
I have a dream. Oh,
Yes,
nah,
yeah.
go ahead.
You know, they can't let me be. Maybe, you know, that they too close to see what I'm doing, right?
Right.
But what it is just that it's about we're projecting, and you're probably the subject of somebody else's limiting beliefs, or it could just be your own, you know. So if you feel like you can't do something, it's hard for you to believe that someone else can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, dang, nobody really made it out. You know, I'm gonna add this little topic in here. I was having a discussion to my homie Scrap. What up, Scrap? You know, he's a bad news
Scrap
comedian.
Dooley, what up,
Dooley.
baby?
And we on the phone. He always, you know, like wanting to see what I'm thinking about something. And he was just like, "What you think about?" Dang, you know, there's what has. I guess I helped him formulate the question too. Has there been anything that was, I say, created in Newport News and was like cultivated to success from Newport News, like something that was homegrown that became worldly successful?
I would say yeah. But
Okay.
I would say that with anybody, I don't care where you from, it's hard for people in your own town to embrace you. That's why you see
But you
so
say
many.
you say yes. Don't give the one answer of what that is.
I think everything.
Everything. I'm saying you got to
Timberland came out of here.
Newport News. See, most people don't understand the question.
Okay, Newport News. I mean, Iverson.
So you're telling me that, okay, see, I knew Chuck from downtown, and
Right.
he moved and he was at Bethel, that's Hampton, right?
But it don't
And
matter.
at the same time, but listen, do you saying that he wouldn't have made it to where he made it to if it weren't for Newport News supporting him there? They might have it helped him as far as, you know, making him the mentality of what he was, being tough.
I don't think that
and
has
all of
anything to do
But
with
I mean,
the,
when wholeheartedly saying like, yes,
That's his
we,
work.
We helped chip in to buy him some shoes so he could go to Boo Williams or whatever. You know, you see a talent and you get behind that talent. Like we getting behind you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure that you represent us at this level or whatever it is.
I don't think you need a lot of people behind
It ain't
you when
about
you're
a
trying
lot.
to-
I'm just saying in the sense that easy
Malcolm,
to say
can
like.
I finish, Malcolm?
Oh, go ahead.
But I don't think you need a lot of people around you. I think you need, it's all coming from you. I think that was all Iverson's work ethic. I think that was all his energy, put it into something to get it big enough for somebody else to notice.
But you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, it might be an artist, for example. You know what I mean? And you be like, yeah, I know that's that sound.
I do know that. I know what you're talking about, and that's like the difference between, you know, Atlanta or Cali or Miami and here in we talking about music. They'll take that one artist and they'll all be like, yo, this is the one. Like, we gonna give everybody not behind them, but the vast
Enough,
majority of
yeah.
the radio and everybody's like, yo, this is the one right now. We gonna fuck with this cat. This the one.
But that was work for them to get there.
It was.
There was a small bunch
It
that
was.
that pushed that, and then it got it to a point
To the point
where
where,
somebody else said what you
yeah,
said.
yeah, for
But
sure.
it's always gonna be like it's never gonna
Bring your
be.
mic just a little closer. No,
Oh,
no.
but it's never gonna be everybody supporting you initially. It's
Right.
never gonna be like that. No
Right.
brands,
You're
nothing.
gonna have your haters.
Huh? You always gonna have your haters. You always gonna have your doubters with anything.
But everybody's not a hater.
I will say this, man. I want to clarify, man. There is no absolutes. I'm not taking one side or the other in the argument. Only thing I'm doing is just I want to make you think. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, challenging your school of thought, and because especially if something is not working, you definitely have to think about it.
True
Yeah,
true that.
And that's what they did. When I say Hove and his peoples, that's what they did. But when you look at it across the spectrum, that's what everybody that makes it to a certain level does. It's a process. And everybody follows that same relentlessness and not giving up. That is the only factor that separates the people that make it versus the people that don't.
Got you. So now, scaling back to we talking about Hov. So, you said Tata lived where,
River Muse,
and who lived in Hickory Point?
that was Tone Capone.
Where did Hov stay?
At that particular point, I don't think Hov was out here. I think he was back and forth.
Back and
between New
forth.
York. Yeah.
Because I remember it was somebody saying he stayed in Kiln Creek at some point.
That was also Tone. Tone
Okay.
moved from River Muse to Kiln Creek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So,
And then at that time, I think they moved, the grandmother is why they moved to Kiln Creek, because the grandmother ended up having to come out from wherever she was from. It might have been New York, because they got Panama in their bloodline.
right.
So that's why he moved to Kiln Creek, because the mom was out there.
Right. And at this time, Kiln Creek was brand
Yeah,
new,
brand
expensive
new,
as
yeah,
hell.
Expensive as hell.
So you couldn't live out there unless you had some paper.
Yeah.
So like now okay, because you said Dane came around. What year was that?
I can't remember exactly. I mean, he might have came maybe 2 years after I met Hov.
So this was like 90. So this original Flavor then, because Dane
Yeah,
was
it's
managing
like
original
98
Flavor.
Yeah,
No, not
exactly.
98. We talking about like 94.
Yeah, about 90, between the end of 93, 94.
In the 93, 94. So what was the first rap or that you can remember Hov doing? Like not verbatim, or if you can remember verbatim.
That I can't get with that.
That.
Yep.
So I get it like this.
Yeah, yep.
And that's when he was rapping the
fast joint.
The fast joint.
Yeah.
The fast joint. And then In My Lifetime came out, and that was totally different from everything he had done before.
And I think that's after Dame. That's
after.
with Dame.
That's with Dane.
That's with Dame.
Yeah, because that's Roc-A-Fella.
Yep.
So what do you think? What do you like? Because that's a big change.
I think the meeting with Jay being on Original Flavor, he was the most standout person on that song.
I remember Ski Beats saying that. He was like, yo, I need to get behind this cat and make beats for
He
this
was-
cat.
He stood out on that song.
Yeah.
So I think when Dame was managing, and I'm not 100% because I wasn't there, right? But I was with him enough to figure out what probably happened.
Yeah.
I think since he stood out, I think Dame got behind Jay
Yeah.
because he's seen the, Dame's a businessman.
Yeah.
And I can personally say, from my observation, it would be no Roc-A-Fella without Dame.
And this is your observation firsthand, not some
Firsthand.
shit you seen on the internet.
Not some shit on,
This
because I seen how they was functioning without Dame, and I seen how they was functioning after Dame.
Right.
It's the cause and effect.
Right. Yeah. You got to give Dame his credit.
You got to
man,
give Dame his credit.
because I firmly believe that too. Because I mean, like you said, I didn't know that. Like Hov, I thought Dame was around. Even I can't get with that. So
Nope.
you know what I'm saying. So that was just him, just rapping, just
That's him doing his own thing.
You think
With-
Dame was the
with-
cause of that though, for sure?
Huh?
a cause of what?
the change, like
The break.
yeah, the break.
No, no, not the break. We talking about
like
the
did she send it the way
Oh,
things
yeah, yeah.
changed? Was there other people around, or was it just Dan by itself that came to that?
Well, when it was just him, I didn't see Bleak until after Dame.
I, you know what I'm saying? I think that Dame and Jay, and
Like
again,
the only people I seen
remember Bleak
consistently
used to come
before
down here,
Dame
though.
came around.
I remember Blake used to come down here, down to Bottom Beach downtown, years ago.
what year was that?
Shit, that was like 98,
Yeah,
97, 98.
but that's already after they had
Blew up.
blew up.
Yeah, that's it.
So, all right, so like, what was you said the first song you heard was "I Can't Get With That," right? And how long after that did "In My Lifetime" come out?
What would you say? Because we heard everything around the same time.
In my lifetime, after what?
Like, what was matter of fact? It'll have to line up with what time frame was that, bro? I don't
remember.
95.
So like,
In My Lifetime was like around like 95, like
95,
or
and
maybe late 94, maybe because I didn't hear it till like 90.
Nah, because I heard Reasonable
You heard Reasonable Doubt 2 years
before
prior.
it dropped.
So all right, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Reasonable Doubt 2 years prior. We talking about hearing Reasonable Doubt in 94.
Yup.
Like, what did that sound like?
Sounded like how it sounded.
So
Like when I heard when they played Coming to Age in that car,
yeah,
it sounded exactly like how you heard it right now. Same beat, same everything, same lyrics, same everything.
and
It was just a rougher mix. That would be it.
And what was his like? How was he at that time? You know what I'm saying? Because we know Hove right now for being super upper echelon and the best of everything, everything first, this, that, and the third, right? So how was he during this time?
He was always laid back.
always laid back.
Like the core of a person, like how I know you, right?
Yeah.
I've known you for a long time. I've known
Absolutely.
him for a long time.
Right.
At your core, you're still that person.
Right.
You may have added layers to you,
Yeah.
but at your core, I don't feel like you changed. I feel like you grew up.
Right.
But I don't say like you forgot where you came from.
Right.
I don't look at you like that. So the only thing I seen after that happened, I just seen somebody grow.
Right.
He still had that same demeanor. He didn't talk much. I mean, he was good at joking, being sarcastic and all
Yeah.
of that. He had that from like the day I met him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always seen that.
Right.
And then seeing him afterwards, after he blew up, especially when the Hard Not Life
I
came
think
along.
he talking about more so was the luxury in there. Can you see how how he's upper echelon in the way he cars, whatever jewelry.
See, they always had that because even when they was hustling, even it went from a Pathfinder to a Lexus.
So he always been on that lifestyle.
He always had
Yeah.
it like that because it was based on how well they was doing at the time and the profits that came from whatever.
So the more he grew within the money, it started to.
It started to
And you
it started
wit-
to show.
So that's wild though. So you witnessed the change from the hustling.
Yeah.
You witness, okay, oh no, these niggas really getting money now.
Oh yeah.
And to the music, like they getting money, but this music shit it's hard for them, right?
Yeah.
To damn, these niggas, they did it.
Yeah, they did it. They definitely did.
What made you? It was the music or the lifestyle that made you feel like
Good question.
they really did it.
Good question.
When he crushed me and Ramen, when we battled.
No, I'm talking about as yeah.
That's what
he heard about that.
I mean,
because I won't even ask that question. He still heard about that. Yeah. Yo, I'm actually late about what he said because it really stuck with you. But I'm trying to say is that when they blew up, right?
Yeah.
How did you know? Like, damn, they really got money now. Like, that's another level.
I mean, how I knew is by the reaction of the people to the music.
So it won't nothing about him talking about Bentleys or anything.
Nah,
like that.
it was because when we was on the street team when it wasn't popping, you said it yourself. It was just like, who the hell is this nigga?
Right.
Like people, and I think now that I'm older, analyzing the situation, everybody that I was passing it out to wasn't hustlers.
Good point.
You see what I'm saying?
So they couldn't they
they
couldn't relate.
relate.
They couldn't relate.
They couldn't relate. It's like the music didn't connect to them. And then afterwards, when he started talking about the reason why he was making the music for the people that he was hustling
Or
with.
even worse, I don't even think I even listened to it at that time because I
Right.
don't know, you know what I mean, what it is. Or I don't think I was really interested just to hear somebody.
So
just
I've seen the reaction that people didn't react
Right.
to the point they did. What made me see that he was out of here was the reaction when that Ain't No Nigga came along, and we're already in the club before they played it.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing you know how your jam come on
Yeah.
and how everybody moves when that certain song comes on, and when that shit happened to his shit, and it was Ain't No Nigga that did it, I knew he was going.
So when did y'all first hear of Jay?
I heard, to be honest with you, the first time I ever heard of Jay was from him, from R. We was in high school, and he kept saying, like, is this nigga named Jay-Z? And at that time, we on Wu, we on Nas, and we like, man, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Some fucking, that name sounds stupid, Jay-Z, right? And I remember cats picking him up from school. Well, I went to Denby, but we was somewhere, somebody picked him up from somewhere. And I vaguely remember either being, I honestly, I want to say I remember being the Lexus.
It was probably the Acura because that was Tone joint.
Okay. Was it white? Or what color was it?
The Acura was green. It was dark green.
Okay. I remember them playing, I remember you playing it. And I remember you standing up on top, like using the passenger side, and you was like moving around, like, yeah. And we was like, man, you talking about that Jay-Z nigga again.
Yeah.
And and we was just like, and then, at that time, my friends was in the, in the street hustling this and the third, right? And my cousin Troy, aka Blonde Fury, shout out Blonde Fury, he gave me a tape. He gave me the In My Lifetime tape. And I was like, damn, what is this?
So you was part of history of it?
Yeah, like it was like some bootleg shit, right? But it was just that song. There was nothing else on it.
Wow.
On the whole tape was just that. I'm talking about.
Imagine if you would have kept it.
I wish I would have. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the joint and he was like, yo, cuz, I want you to listen to this. Because he was in the street hustling. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand it. It sounded cool, but I was like, damn, what's this? I don't understand this talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm not in the street like that, and I didn't understand it. So then, maybe about a year later, he's still running around. Cause we still in high school then.
Yep.
He's still running around pumping Jay-Z, and at the time he's also rapping himself, and this is a rapping ass nigga right here.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the real true story.
This is a rapping cat right here. You know what I'm saying? And like he was his name rang, but when you talk about rappers from Newport News in that era, his name rang out.
Yeah,
Rated
Buddha
R
Brothers,
rang out.
the Buddha Brothers loved them. Shout out to the mighty
Yeah,
Buddha
yeah,
Brothers.
sure.
They, you know what I mean? I met them through him too, you know what I mean? But they had the torch behind them.
But battling, going on the radio. Matter of fact, Law embraced me. Rest in peace to DJ Law. Law embraced me.
Law, man, was a light, man.
Law was a light on the local.
And shout out to
talent
Big
here.
B too, man.
And then that's the only reason I think, besides battling, going from high school to high school, battling like whoever was.
Oh, you was a rapping ass nigga, bro.
Whoever was the shit in whoever. That's who I'm going after.
And
remember we had 2 lunches.
yeah,
We had first lunch and
Yeah.
second lunch. So it was always another nigga that was dangerous that wasn't on my lunch.
right.
So I had to skip. Instead of going to my room, I used to go in the bathroom. And because remember,
Yep,
and
post
wait
up in the bathroom until second lunch hit.
until second lunch hit.
Yep.
Or it was always a nigga coming from Botech that was nice.
New Horizons and shit.
New Horizons,
Yeah.
because they came to school later.
Yeah.
And they had their lunch.
When did you learn about him though? What made you realize and say he nice?
Man, it had to be in school. But you didn't. Did you ever go to Denby?
Yeah, I went to Denby for 1 year, yeah.
Well,
I was battling there too.
what grade was you in there? Because
that was 90,
That was probably like 9th or 10th, right?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
year?
10th.
What year you came out?
10th grade. That was 92.
92. You
Yeah.
came out at what time?
Well,
What year?
I only did 1 year in 92.
No.
That was the only year I did at Denby because my parents. So, you know where Denby High School is,
Yeah.
and then you know those houses that
Yeah.
are next to Denby. So we were 4 houses down from Denby High School.
Okay.
So when my parents moved out here, that house we was renting
Yeah.
until the house we bought up by Mitchville
Yeah.
was built.
Okay.
And then I went 1 year in Denby High School, and then my next year, because we
Mitchville.
had the house, I had to move to. I was in Mitchville territory, so now I switched to Mitchville.
So this was 92. 92 I was in
Yeah.
9th grade. And I remember him rapping all the time. My man, rest in peace, my man Melvin Lunsford. He was always like, yo, it's this rated R cat. Because I used to be just making, beats and shit. Because, my older cousin Ryan. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Decipher and shit. And, I come from a rapping ass family. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan I'm 47. Ryan's like 53. So he's, he got us by some years, right? But he used to talk about you. He's like, yo, this kid ain't rated R at your school? And I'm like, nah. And I didn't know you by name.
Right.
And then one day the shit just popped up and I was just like, oh, that's him. That's him. I remember you had on a blue and black flannel because this was like West Coast influence. Like everybody was kind of dressing like Snoop or whatever.
Yeah, I remember them flannels. I did
Yep.
have them at
You
the
had
time.
a-
I
you
had
had
a
a-
white one and a blue one. Yep, I sure enough did.
You had the blue
A white
flannel.
You
a
got
white-
a good memory.
A white black one, a white black one, and then I had a blue and black one.
You had the blue and black flannel, and you was rapping your ass off because after school, everybody would be hanging around.
Yup.
Even if sometimes we just hang around, bus leave, and we still just out there.
Yeah, because if you couldn't catch them in the lunchroom,
Yep.
it was like meet me after school. Wait
Yeah.
after school. I'm like, all right, I'll wait after
I'm
school.
checking you like you still over there.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, you was in Denby. What year you was in Denby?
Shit, I only did 1 year at Denby, man.
Oh, you
in
was
96,
hustling. That's
yeah,
what you were.
I was in trouble all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where they send you to?
Deer Park.
That's where I went.
No,
That's where I went.
they had sent me to New Horizons
Oh, okay.
over there off the Woodside Lane campus.
Oh,
Yeah, because I
okay.
thought Deer Park was where all the bad kids
That's where
were.
I went.
Yeah.
I did
But New Horizons
1.5 year at Denby. I did 1 year at Denby, 1.5 year. Second semester, I go to gym, and the wrestling coach is like, "What you doing here?" And I was like, "Damn, I know I skipped school a lot, but god damn, man, like I'm trying to, I'm trying to get my shit together." He was like, "You trespassing?" And I was like, "Huh?" And that was back then when they sent the mail. If it was something serious, you had to go pick it up from the post office.
Oh, certified mail.
Oh,
joint.
man.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't never, my mom ain't never see it. Boy, when my mom found out I got kicked out of school, boy, or they sent me to Deer Park,
Curtains.
boy, you talking about curtains, yeah. But anyway,
Just battling, man. Just battling. So I'm still like that with my personality and everything, man. I ain't afraid of nothing.
clearly, because shout out my man Bink, because y'all be going, it be respectable,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But y'all be going at it, like, about different things.
Look, man, if I know what I know, like, that's what battling is. Like,
Yeah.
you know you strong and
Yeah.
whatever. Like, I'm going to debate with you. I debate with
Yo,
him.
This
Wait,
nigga be trying to
hey,
be
look.
yo.
Hey, look.
Sometimes I'll post something. He be like, "You need to realize." I'm like,
and that's the thing. That's the gift and the curse. I
is.
don't even want to use the word curse, but he relentless like that. Like I told you, man, he just come from a relentless place. But it's about knowing how to tame it too. Because I could tell some stories I might not know how that might have got in the way sometimes.
It
You know what I mean?
It's to what you said, to your point. The curse part is what it does wrong.
Yeah. So
But it does so much right, you don't care about that. You see what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
you know my whole situation.
yeah,
Period.
for sure.
So I had to be that way because I had,
Yeah.
different things about me
Yeah,
that if I didn't do that,
but see what
you would put me in a category I didn't want to be.
But
in.
what he wouldn't tell you is that he had me managing him one time, supposedly. So imagine trying to manage
I know y'all
that.
was bumping heads.
You know what I'm saying? So but I saw the talent in him and I saw the drive in him, and that's what I'm telling you. Like, I believe he should have and could have made it because he had it, you know what I mean, at that time. And it was great timing. And then even the connection with Jay. We didn't even speak on Hung Low Productions. Shout out Hung Low Productions.
Yeah, Chris Henderson.
You know what I'm saying?
Delonte.
Yeah. So he was the only rap artist on Hung Low Productions.
Well, let's go back. Let's go back. We talking about Hov, and that's cool. But let's and just to confirm. So for anybody that thought or didn't think or was confused whether Jay-Z was down here getting money, this is a firsthand witness of everything he's talking about in his raps. He was there for it before, you even heard about it. Me. So, it's
Real quick, Brian. You was asking us about when we first heard Jay or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But when you first heard him, like in the club that day, like, and this man kept on telling you was running with him, and you just kept on blowing the shit off. Like, what did you think at that time?
I thought, man, the energy was just like, greatness could be right in front of you, but you just got to see it. And anything is possible. You can never count anybody out. I told a lady yesterday, man, I was in the store, and the lady was like, yeah, everybody has challenges. And I looked at her and I said, yeah, and every champion was once a challenger. She was like, oh, wow, I'm going to be thinking about that all night now.
That's some crazy
because that's
shit
the
right
thing,
there.
we got to look at it like anything is possible. We are our only limits. And, when sometimes people look at another person and they may say they like, what they have because they don't have it, not realizing that they have it, but everybody has it. It's just whether or not if you see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're looking outward too much. You're trying to find it in somebody else and you count yourself out. And that's what I'm looking at. When I heard Jay, I'm just like, and that's with Bubba Chuck too. I knew him from back in the day and people don't understand it, but it's just like, that gives me inspiration to know I seen greatness before it happened.
Right.
Even with Hung Low, I was mentioning Hung Low, those guys went on to do great things, but I seen it all from the humble beginnings.
Right.
And that just lets me know, man, anything that you want to do, just put your energy towards it and be confident. Even if it may be non-believers, but as long as you believe, it's on.
And then even after, man, watching that man scale to $1 billion.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You saw him go from the block to the boardroom to a fucking billionaire.
Yes.
Like, so at some point, Roc-A-Fella completely formed and they started signing artists. Were you still around for that time?
See, at that time, because that was during the time I was going through things in my own personal life where I wanted to get out of Virginia.
Okay.
So I kind of split because it was just me trying to find me because they already situated. Like that's not me counting another man's pockets, but once I realized I wasn't going in that direction from an artist standpoint. Because my goal was to sign to Roc-A-Fella. Matter of fact,
I could add to that story. Remember I told you how we was backstage, with Jay doing the that Money Ain't a Thing and Jermaine Dupri. So we backstage, and sure enough, Jay come back there. He comes straight to Rated R. Dap him up, boom, have him share a few words, talk a little bit, and then it started getting crowded back there. He goes somewhere. Then Tone Capone come up, and he embraced Rated R with loving arms, and of course we falling up on the business like, so what's up with Roc-A-Fella,
So hold on. But that day, we was working on music.
We was working on music with Hung Low. So yeah.
No, we was in that studio where we met Knots.
Okay, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hold on, we're getting a little too busy. So let me tell the story. So
but I need to interject because the whole point of us going there was for me to give him that demo. And I never got a chance to.
But no. He mixing the stories up there. So this is what it really happened. Tone Capone was just like, yo, what's up? Do y'all have a demo? We did, but it was with Hung Low, and all Hung Low had him doing at the time was featuring on the R&B artists because they had an R&B group and they had, D Rose. So, and I'm like,
who?
D Rose.
D Rose.
He's a singer. He's still on that Happily Ever After song with Case.
Okay.
His voice is there with the girl Rhonda or whatever. So boom.
Dwayne?
I don't know. I think we just
I
called
don't
him
know
D
his real
Rose.
name.
Okay, D Rose. Okay.
So anyway, boom. So we don't really have a demo, but so Tone is like, all right, just get with us after the show. And so boom, we backstage, and of course it started getting more and more packed, right? And I guess by it being so crowded, by the time the show was over, they ain't mingling, they just run off the stage. So my pride, and our pride, of course, like I ain't chasing them niggas, you know what I'm saying? So we never really get to make that contact what Tone was telling us to do after the show, as I remember it, you know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say, we pausing or we
No, we good.
Okay, yeah. So I say, it threw me off. Now I say all that. I say all that to say is that there were attempts to do that, but when people moving around and following up, and with Hung Low, like I said, we were working with them at the time, and it wasn't like we put all our energy into pursuing that situation
Right.
at that time, and that's
And then life happened, and I had to make a shift.
So, all right. But you was the goal at some point was to sign at that time was to sign a Roc-A-Fella.
Absolutely,
And
1000%.
this was so. Take us through that. Like how was that situation?
So, damn, Boss was with me during that time when I went all the way up to New York. You wasn't there.
Who was boss?
He was my DJ.
Okay.
His name was DJ
Portsmouth,
Boss.
my boy.
Portsmouth.
Yeah, from
So,
P-Town.
Okay.
Clarence Flowers, what up?
Okay.
I was working at MCI at the
Might
time,
not want him to
so
know.
you already know. I was working at MCI at the time.
Yeah, I was there.
So in the break room, because it was MCI, they had the phones in the break room.
Yep.
Where you could call anywhere for free.
Yep.
So
Zoe was there too, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you about that too, but go ahead.
So once again, remember, cell phones was off peak, on peak. You had to pay for long distance and all that, right?
Yep.
So I called up to Roc-A-Fella Records, and then Jay answered the phone.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So I'm in the break room talking to him.
Yeah.
So he told me to rhyme to see if I still had it. So I rhymed on the phone. He said, "Come to New York." So,
nigga, I would have quit.
I know.
I quit that thing. Nigga. I would have quit, hopped on the bus, and I would have been out.
That was the time we started working on the demo, and then I took that demo up to New York. But by that time, I didn't have a cell phone. The only way I could make phone calls was either at MCI.
Oh, that was that demo I had with that.
So hold up.
Yeah.
He answered the phone. Did he say Roc-A-Fella Records, or was he like,
It was.
yeah, it's your boy Ho? Like, what did he say when he answered the phone?
It was basically someone picked up the phone,
And you was like,
and then let me speak to Jay, and then
and they just put the thing on the phone?
hold on and put him on the phone because Roc-A-Fella was they didn't have Freeway, none of that.
Okay.
It was just Jay.
What year is this?
Right when
97? In my lifetime volume one?
nope.
This is still Reasonable Doubt.
This is still Reasonable Doubt.
Okay. So this 96 still?
96.
No.
96, 97.
Now they got to be 97. MCI got to be 97.
Yeah, 96, 97.
So in my lifetime, they probably was working on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it probably was the Streets.
It had to be 97.
Oh, Streets is Watching.
Yeah, it was
Streets is Watching.
It was the Streets is Watching.
Streets is Watching, yeah.
'Cause,
in my lifetime, Streets is Watching.
Yep, Streets is Watching. Then when I got up to New York, because I had to pretty much work until Friday. I think I took Friday off or some shit. And then I went up to New York. I had the demo. But by the time I got to there, I don't have a cell phone. This is keep in mind. So
Yeah.
I'm contacting you, let you know I'm on my way. This is the pay phones and all that other shit. Technology wasn't like how it is right now.
Yeah.
So by the time I get there, Jay ain't there. It's Dame there.
Okay.
I see Dame when he came down, but I don't know him like that.
Right.
It's like I just met him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know him. You know him and you know him.
Right.
So when if he see me out, he'll recognize me.
Right.
Nigga, I still don't know you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's Jay's nowhere to be found. I don't know where this nigga's at. So I had to play my demo for Dame. Dame played that joint. He didn't even finish the first song. He said, "Go to the next joint."
Okay.
I went to the next joint, and he He's not bobbing his head. He's not doing nothing. He just stopped. Said, go to the next joint. I think I had like 4 songs on that demo joint. I didn't have like 10, nothing like that. I only had like 4.
Yeah.
He said, go to the next joint. And we categorized them joints to ramp up to the good joints.
Yeah.
And it was go to the third one. Okay, he's listening a little bit longer.
But he didn't have the context as Jay, so Jay already knew you to be nice.
Right.
So it wouldn't have been based just on that.
Yeah.
Right. And then when it got to the 4th song, he listened to that song the longest, and then that was it. He said, "We'll call you." And I'm
Did he know you was Ho's man? Like you Ho's little man? Like not
right,
not
but,
you know, not like that. But
he's not there. And this is the arrogant Dame.
yeah.
So I didn't have a chance to. Tata's not there. Nobody that I can
No
connect
face
with
card is
from
there
no
whatsoever.
face card is
Yeah.
there. So now I'm just a nigga coming to Roc-A-Fella to play a demo.
Yeah.
Just somebody that just stumbled in
Yeah,
the
and
goddamn
then
office.
not thinking I'm so like disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting that. Like I literally got back on the road. We got something to eat. I came back to VA.
Yeah.
Then like I'm still in contact with Rel, Tone, everybody. So Tone was like, yo, I'm about to put you on the radio. Like this is when I was at the radio station or whatever.
Right.
So they still know I'm nice. It's just that situation went wrong because nobody was there that I really connect with to make that situation go through. So Tone took me to the radio station. That's when I battled Black the Barber, representing Roc-A-Fella.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here. Shout out to Black. Shout out to Black the Barber.
But he know I burnt him.
Shout out to Black the
Yeah,
Barber.
you can bring him up here, but I smoked him that day.
Did you?
I smoked him.
Mark, we want to hear your side.
I smoked him that day. I smoked him so much that I had a good rapport at the radio station now with Big B, because I had a relationship with Law, but Big B was hit or miss. But Big B was running the show during that time with Law, and that session went so well. The late night battles that I had to come back. Now we in battling. We in my lane because I'm doing this shit in high school. So now I get to come back every Saturday. And that's when I bought your boy Ryan in them.
Yeah.
I was still doing music with everybody around here.
Right. Yeah.
I was just doing like
you was like job like the nucleus when it came to music,
Yeah.
bro. Because you was doing music with everybody.
I was doing
bro.
because if they needed a verse, like it was like crews.
Yeah.
And they would be doing their music, and then they would leave spots open. Like I'm in sessions with them, and it's like when I hear a beat, oh, can I get on that beat? Oh yeah, you can get on that beat. You can write a verse. So now it's like I got other people I can go to the radio station with. If we vibing and recording that night or that Friday, Saturday when it's time to go to the radio station, like let's go cook. But I'm taking y'all with me so we can all cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was ahead of his time too. You know, like to record back then and to do all those things, be on the radio. Everything's accessible now. You know what I mean? But back then, that was really innovative. That was ahead of his time.
And,
And
that ahead of his time.
It
And you
really
had to
was.
be nice.
Yeah, you had to be.
And that's the one thing I miss about Virginia culture. I miss the Buddha Brothers, man, because we had our own culture then.
That's
oh,
what we did.
100%, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to shout. I always, when I think about it, try to shout out to Buddha Brothers because, like, they was really the voice of the 7-5.
They
man.
were.
Seriously, the morning show, man. And shout out Jack and Spades and DJ B and everybody else too. But the Buddha Brothers were
The nucleus of
the
all
nucleus.
that.
There was something extremely special, man, and
It was
I
from-
miss that, man.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to
Why do you
Big B,
think that
man.
worked? Why that was?
Because they
It's fu-
cared about the music.
Because
They
they really, yeah, exactly.
They
They love the
what-
culture.
They love what they did, man.
They really love they really love the culture. Like they really was engulfed in the culture. Like it wasn't for no paycheck or no shit like that.
Do you love what you do?
Who, me?
All of us in here.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, definitely. I
Yeah.
love the people that I do it for. Like I came to do that's for him.
Yeah.
Like me and that dude.
You know, that's why I'm here, because
Yeah, and that's ill, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you how this shit work. I didn't want to do a podcast. We was talking off camera, and the homie right here, my this it's one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? Not even from the sandbox, right?
I thought y'all was family.
We are.
There you go.
He called my mama. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
He lived with me in several places. When I was fucked up, down and out, he rescued me. A lot of niggas don't know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I was fucked up, having panic attacks, like I was telling you, this nigga rescued me, bro, financially and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? This my ace, right? But he not from the sandbox, right? I didn't meet him till we was grown, when we both was grown when we met, right? But we forged this relationship just based off genuineness, right?
Ooh.
But I say that to say this, right? Like, he been wanting to do a podcast for like 2 years, and I was like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. Because like I said, I didn't really like how I looked on camera. I ain't like how I sounded. You know
I
what I'm
wanted
saying?
to tell you doing well too, boy.
Well,
the way you
yes,
like,
sir,
yeah.
man.
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, let's just do it, da, da, da. And me and him go back and forth on Facebook, and everybody be laughing at it, this, that, and the third. So we've kind of felt like, yo, we got a chemistry. And then I said, fuck it. He finally convinced me. I was like, all right, cool. Now I say that to say this. This my man's, right? So he here, I'm here, he here. I've known you damn near since the sandbox, right?
Yeah, right.
Right? And this your best friend.
Right.
But I know him too, but I know him through other means, through him doing his line. And because me and Greg was working together at some point with his line when he first launched.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
remember that.
and you know, so when you ask me, do I love what I do? When you ask, do you love what you do? I do, man, because I like being a part of the culture here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love being part of the culture.
And I like what you said about authenticity, man. That's what I'm realizing in life. That's what's more important, especially in a world of artificial. You know, authenticity is becoming more valuable in so many different ways.
It is.
You know?
It is because people look, because now, before it wasn't so much, but now people can see through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because time is either going to it's going to expose you for the good or the
For the
bad.
bad, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why being authentic is important.
It's important to be your most authentic
It's
self.
everything, man.
Just
Hey,
like when I hit Cuz up and I was like, yo, you know, Hov started moving around again, and he mentioned Newport News. I didn't even have to. I just say, yo. He said, you need me to talk about Jay, and he's never really, he's humble about it. I mean, that's like, he's never really made a big deal about it, right? Because that's his life, right? But this guy was around arguably the best rapper, and not only that, I don't really like talking money, but Jay-Z is actually the richest musician of all time that ever existed, even outside of anyone. I Googled this shit, right? Because I was like, man, God, come on, the Beatles or somebody, right? The richest musician of all time, even outside Michael Jackson.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's because of his impact on the culture and the hip hop culture. You look at how he influenced everything. You know, Big was on the verge of doing that, and Jay, I believe, is cut from the same cloth.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
And I think that the things that we do, because we talk about this all the time, the things that me and you do is based off of what you surround your energy around. We've been around a lot of...
Man, we've seen a lot, man.
A lot.
And
that's what got me into finance. Like when you talk about the reason I'm in finance,
Talk about it.
Because like when they got their bread, it was about flipping it.
Yeah.
Like you had to understand things that were undervalued and then get in on the undervalued part, and then when it became valuable, you rich.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
that makes a great point, and I think that by seeing that probably made you subconsciously realize that by what you've seen and seeing how just believing in something, that's where you win big, is if you believe in something when don't nobody else believe.
Good
see
point.
the value in it. You see the value in something like his brand. Like we was talking earlier before the cameras start rolling.
Yeah.
Like how everybody from Virginia wore New York hats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because that was the only thing we could identify with. Once again, to your point,
Yeah.
it's a lot of niggas from New York coming out here.
Yeah.
We always connected with New York
was
in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Heavy
So we
influence on the
always
75.
rock VA hats. Iverson rocks New York hats all the time, right?
Yeah.
But the moment I seen this right here on a hat, I had like 50,000, I'm exaggerating, but it was a lot, of New York hats. I threw all of them joints away or gave them away. Either way, somebody wanted them. They got my same head size. You can have them. My closet is full of this hat right here.
Yeah.
Was it because of you knowing me?
No, because remember at the same time we wasn't talking.
Okay.
No,
Like-
it's because that shit is fucking dope.
Like
Word.
we
It's just
wasn't
dope.
Represents
talking.
home, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
We wasn't talking. So to piggyback, because everything kind of connects. You see how Dane is trashing Jay?
Yeah,
How he's talking about-
You know, I don't like to see it because you know us as men, and let alone black men, we have enough to be doing and thinking about in this world. You know, than to be going against each other, self imploding. You know, if we're gonna do it, let's at least do it in private and let's come to a
Right.
solution. Because really, what is it if it ain't no solution?
But we had a problem. We had a serious problem.
I mean, it wasn't nothing that was going. Yeah.
But the key thing to our problem was, what if I would have went public with all of that, or you would have went public with
Ah,
it?
man.
Because we had so many people that was connected to us that seen us together. Like once again,
Because now it's out there and you can't take it
Right,
back
you
because
can't
it's
take it
out there in the
back.
digital world.
people seen me not with you or you not with me. So it's
Right.
like, damn, where's Art? Where's Greg at? Because we were two peas in a pod.
Right.
Just like how,
don't it?
because like how Jay and Dane was, and they had problems. We had problems. We didn't speak for what, at least over 5 years, right?
Yeah, you
5,
know,
right?
Yeah, I don't know how long it was. You know, it was
But
some years.
It was some years.
Mm.
But everybody that knew us was like, yo, where Greg at? I'm not fucking with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this is some real shit. But what I never did was I
Was
never
drag his
said
name.
why. I never said why.
Mm.
I never trashed him or nothing. I said it to myself.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that nigga. That's my internal.
Right.
He said that internally too,
Right.
but we never voiced it to anyone else. And then when his girl at the time
You know,
moved,
we ain't gonna get into the whole. Yeah,
But
like,
nah,
yeah.
I'm just.
But let's just say that I ended up in Charlotte, and where he resides, and we met up in person. But this is one part you forgot too. You did hit me up, and I never told you this. But he hit me up on Instagram, right? You know how Instagram is. Somebody just calling your phone, but
Yeah.
somehow I normally don't answer. But somehow I'm like, man, it must be a customer trying to hit me or something. I don't know. And it was him. And I had glasses on, so you probably ain't see a reaction. But I was like, oh, what? I didn't mean to answer this, and I never would have expected it to be him. But I said, it must be meant. And I just opened up to it, man. And we started a dialogue from there, and it kind of, we was good,
And that's
because I
dope.
knew it wasn't nothing too deep.
But the thing
That's
is,
dope.
he ships too much. Like, he don't care about the addresses on the joint. I already had it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? While we ain't cool, because there was no hate there. Like, I could still not.
Oh, so you bought one without him even knowing it?
While because it was a rep. When I seen the hat, it's like, yo, this is what I want. Because when everyone seen me in Charlotte, it was like they thought I was from New York.
Yeah.
And now I got to explain to you that I'm not from New
Yeah.
York. I'm
Because
from
you got
Newport.
you got like a little bit New York swagger. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
from hanging around.
From
New
hanging
Yorkers.
around, yeah, from hanging around New Yorkers.
But it was not. I'm not from New York. I'm from.
Speaking of which, man, can you tell a Newport News cat, like, it's so many different types of,
It depends, bro.
yeah, you can't, it ain't like one, like, you can't look and be like, yeah, that's a,
It depends. If some
It
cat
depends what city you in.
or
for
even
real.
Virginia, yeah.
sometimes it depends on how they talk. You could kind of tell a Norfolk cat because they got a certain little lingo. And like we was talking about this on the very first pod we did. It's some certain terms that come from Newport News. Really, I think it's just from the 757.
What would you think I'm from if you ain't know me?
I would think you from the crib.
How's that? You could tell?
Just your demeanor, man. Just your
would-
demeanor, the way you dress,
I
man.
would think you from. You remind me of it. If I saw you, I'd be like, "Yo, where you from? You from the 7? Yo, you from 7-5?" Because you don't seem like a Richmond cat. You know what I'm saying? You to me, you kind of like the poster child for like Newport News to me, bro. Like you really give off. I'm from the news to me,
Wow.
and it's a good thing.
Yeah. I love it though, but I never, because you can only, like, we all mirrors. I can never tell you, because you see me. I never see my face ever. I
Yeah.
can perceive it, but it's like, hearing it is like, wow, I never
Yeah, I would think all was from New York. I would think he's from.
Yeah, I
from
thought he
Brooklyn or
was
something.
at first. You know what I mean?
And-
And that's getting back to what you're saying. But he's heavily influenced by the news. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying it's different identities with the
Right.
news.
Yeah.
But for sure, New York is definitely influenced.
Yeah,
Where
definitely.
would you think I was from?
I think I could kind of.
I would have thought you was from New York. When
Everybody think I'm from
Yep.
New York or
I
New
would've thought
Jersey.
you was
But
from New
that's
York, too.
because my family from New Jersey and
Yep.
my mom talks with an accent, so I picked up on my mom's
New
accent.
York or Jersey. Yep.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere up north, but then as I could tell, like Uptown has a mixture because of the military, so
Yeah.
I could see you being
Yeah.
Uptown. Like I love Uptown. I see it.
Yeah.
I guess because I know, so I
Yeah.
can feel that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I love this hat even without messing with you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was just like now I could stop. Now people can stop asking me where I'm from because I had on a Yankee fitted.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now I get it.
Well,
You from Virginia?
that's
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm from
though.
Virginia.
You from Uptown?
Yeah, I'm originally from Texas.
Okay,
Man.
I would think he was from up north or something. for
I'm
some
originally from
reason.
Texas, moved to Cali until I was about 8. Been in Newport News ever since.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
So I just say I'm from Uptown.
Yeah, you
Word,
like
word.
job like military, early
Yeah,
military, cat,
but I don't.
But
Like,
the-
that's where I jumped off the porch at. That's where I made my name at. So I'm from Newport
Yeah.
News.
yeah.
That's the same with
That's
me.
why-
That's
that's
why
why
I made
the
my name
news-
at. My
yeah.
identity is Newport.
Yeah,
News.
Where, where was you born at?
Columbus, Georgia.
Okay, Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah,
Okay.
But-
was your dad in the military?
yeah.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
minute.
But I'm like him. This is where my identity came in. This is where my nuts dropped.
So yeah, man. So you got any more whole stories?
Shoot.
I'm sure you got something in the database. You got to.
It's something I want to ask, but I don't.
No. So the last time I seen him was at the 444 concert in
Okay.
Charlotte.
Okay.
So I had got in contact with Rel and Tata during the beginning, and this is how it happens. There's two stories, but I'm gonna tell the most recent one.
Okay.
So where I work at, it was the Bobcats. Charlotte didn't like the Bobcats. They wanted the Hornets back. Remember when they sold the name?
Yeah.
So I'm working at Bank of America, which is right by the stadium. Plus I live uptown.
Scoot the mic over just a little bit.
I live uptown,
Right.
close to where everything was at. So then I'm going to the Bobcats game because the tickets are dirt cheap.
Right.
So my homeboy is the security guard for the entrance where the players can come in at.
Right.
So in order to get down to the floor, I have to go see him. I got to pay him $70 to $100 for him to let me in that door after they start playing to go down to the floor
Okay.
to get close to the floor seats behind where the players is at.
Okay.
So I'm doing this religiously for like months because this is something I can do to pass time. Because every time you see me, I'm always by myself.
Yeah.
I don't have I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Or if you see me, I'm in the car with somebody.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly by myself. Same thing with him. I'm solo.
Yeah.
So Hove has the show at the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him, but when it gets close to showtime, no one's answering the phone.
Mm.
I didn't get no ticket because I'm like, they here. I've already spoken to Ty earlier. I'm good to go.
How did you get in touch with Tata?
Through Rail.
So Rel still communicates with them.
Yes.
Okay.
To this day. And then no one's answering. So now I'm like, I'm going down to the same place where I know he's gonna come in at when my dude is doing security guard again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming to him like, yo, at the time, he don't even know that I know Jay because it's one of those unbelievable things that I don't talk about.
Of course.
So now I go to him, I'm like, yo, I need you to do me a favor. He's like, what's up? I said, tell Jay-Z I'm out here. He's looking at me all crazy in the face. He's like, how
I'd have
the
been
hell?
like, if I was out, I'd been like, this nigga crazy.
Look,
man.
but we cool because I'm
Yeah.
paying him
Right.
to get to the game. So I said, he knows my government name. I'm
Yeah.
never, because I'm not, at this time, I'm not in rap life. I'm a banker dude.
Yeah.
So I was like, tell him my name is rated R. I see him, the black cars pull up.
Mm-hmm.
It was a one of those vans
Sprinter.
the Sprinter vans.
Mm-hmm.
So I see them joints pull up. I see him hopping out. And then I'm like, yo, please tell him. I'm like, yo, Rated R is here. He looked at me like, bro, if I go tell this man what your name is, what you said, and then come back
Right.
like he was looking like
They could have lost. Yo, so nigga, they rated R here.
So
Right.
he goes, and then he see him talking to. I see Hov look up, and he was like waving me in like that, and he was like, go in. So when I went in, I go straight to I'm having a conversation while we talking. So I don't want to be rude. Like, how's the family? It's basic conversation. They're trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
How your kids, whatever. So he's getting ready to do his 1-2, but he sets me down like in the front. I actually posted it. I'm like 4 rows back from the stage. The band is like right here, and then the seats are like right after where the band is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like 2 rows in the back from where the band is.
Mm-hmm.
And he does that whole show. And then I can't get backstage because when I went, he's basically telling me where to go and telling people where to seat me. And by the time the show's over with, I can't get back there or whatever. The show's over. I just go back to the crib. But we had like that brief conversation right then and there, and that was pretty much it. So
Damn.
every time he sees me, he knows who I am because I spent a lot of time with him. I grew up with him.
Yeah.
So, but it's hard to catch him.
Yeah. So you ever see how the cats be standing outside the Rock Nation building and they be getting hold of the
Sign the
Sunday
autograph?
joint?
Yeah.
So if you went out there, he would off the rep, he'd know who you are.
Yeah, probably. I mean, because
No, I witnessed it though. He came straight to him when we was backstage. I was
Yeah.
surprised how quick he came to him. He didn't walk to Jay. Jay came and made his way to him. So
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's a sign of respect. He was like, rated R, and it was like he was laid back, like he said. So I don't see that really. I can understand his life is much more thick, but I don't think that changes.
Yeah.
nah, because I've never did nothing bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't a part of that the any debacle, and every time he see me, it's like he knows. So, and I have a distinct look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's hard. It's not like I changed drastically.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely look the same.
Right,
as kids and
so-
shit. That's fire though, man. Like, so just overall, because I met Hov one time in New York, but that shit was just like,
You was around Chris Lighty.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
imagine that. I thought you
Yeah.
would,
yeah, man. That's a whole story. But yeah, I was
And that shit was crazy.
I was signed. I had a production company sign a Violator, and I was up there with Chris Lighty. I got signed with Dave Lighty signed.
Oh, so Dave and all them is in Charlotte.
That's when I was down there. That's who I
So
was
that's
with.
who you was with. Okay,
Yeah,
so
shout out my
that's
man,
why
Dave
you was
Lighty.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. I was working with Dave Lighty for a couple years
Okay.
on the Violator and shit like that. But then Chris passed away, and once Chris passed away, everything just kind of just
Folded.
unraveled, bro. You know what I'm
Man.
saying?
He was the glue to everything.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. You know what I'm saying? But I've been around, man. I've been, Violator, Hollywood, and
Definitely
know what I'm saying?
documentaries.
I'm proud of you just to even know that, from Newport News, look how far, what you touched, the rooms that you was in, you know what I mean? Coming from where we come from.
I appreciate it, man.
But doesn't that spur your entrepreneurial situation where you could think of things to revive and regenerate?
Yeah, I've been an entrepreneur, man, for about 25 years.
Right.
I haven't had a 9-to-5 in 25
Wow,
years.
that's
Right.
And I'm what you call a serial entrepreneur. Like, I can see something, like I can see when it's time to pivot into something else.
Right.
And then before it's over, I'll already have something else going on.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's my pivot into finance and all of that.
What
Like,
gave
just
you that
seeing
instinct though?
I'll be honest with you, bro. Honest to God,
Being
think I
around
was-
greatness.
I think I was born with it though, because at 12 years old, I remember my parents had split up, right? When I was 12. And my dad had left, so I'm at this, Pops split, you know what I'm saying, when they get this thing going on or whatever case, like, so I was with moms, right? Pop's still in the picture though, but I'm staying with moms. And Pops had left a white bucket that he used to wash his car with. And long story short, I was tired of asking my mom for ice cream truck money. You know what I'm saying? Or tired of stealing it out her purse. And you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And so I got the white bucket. I got some dish detergent, and it was and I went outside. And at this time, it was like end of summer, September, so it started getting kind of cool outside, right? So I went in. I was living in Courthouse Green, went in the neighborhood, and boom, 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 boom. You want your car wash? You want your car wash? And I was doing it by myself. First, I tried to get my friends to do it with me. They was like, man, we ain't doing that. I was like, all right.
Dang, that took some drive and innovation. You
Yeah.
ain't see nothing to give you that idea?
Nah. I ain't
They
seen
gonna
that.
shoot that white bucket. Gave
That
you
white
the idea.
bucket. The white bucket, right?
Wow.
So then, long story short,
Wow.
so I remember, look, I ain't know no prices, so I'm like, they was like, how much? I was like, $10. They was like, nah, shorty, I ain't giving you no $10, but I'll give you a couple dollars. So they would give me like $5 or $6, and they always say, there was a lot of military cats, young, you know, they look old as hell to me back then because I'm like 12 years old, but they was really young. These cats was like 21, 22 years old in the military.
Yeah, and they got cars.
And they got cars, nice
so-
cars, you know what I'm saying? So they would always be like, yo, you can keep the change if you see
wow.
in the ashtray, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm scraping all that up. So then now I'm busting a move to Farmore to go get all the candy, right? And now my friends like, man, where you got that candy from? I said, yo, from washing cars.
Wow.
So, and this is why my mom called me Tom Sawyer. So then they said, well, can we wash cars with you? I was like, y'all want to do it now? They was like, yeah. I said, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all want to get paid in candy or money?
Dang.
And they was like, candy. So I was like, all right, bag of candy only costs it costs $1. If I'm getting $5 or $6 or $10 off washing a car, then I'm pocketing the money and I'm just spending $1 on candy for 3 of these cats, and that's where it started.
That's wild. That reminds me of George Clinton in Parliament. I heard he was paying his band members in candy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and that's where it started. And you know, and then another tidbit, man. I got fired from every job I ever had. Every job I ever had, I got fired, bro. I was a horrible employee, and
You did not get fired from MCI. You got fired from MCI too?
twice.
Dang.
Oh, word. Oh,
Niggas
my
fired me
God.
twice, bro. I worked there the first time under Tyrone Tinsdale.
Oh,
They
okay.
fired me, and then I came back under Rodney Winston.
Rodney.
Fired. And look, Rodney was so slick with it. He was like, "Look, I just want you to. It's better if you resign, because if they fired you, they might have to pay you unemployment."
Shout out to Rodney and
shout
Roger.
out-
Yeah.
Rodney was my guy. The Rodney, the Remus, all them cats,
The Remus,
man.
yup.
You know what I'm saying? But then I always remembered looking at Markeith and D from Markeith Music from the barbershop.
Right.
Shout out
And,
Markeith. That's,
you know what I'm
that's my
saying?
brother. That's my man.
Mark, Trey, D, Darnell, rest in peace. I can't think of who else was in there. But yeah, and I was like looking at that. I'm like, man, these niggas is like just a little bit older than me. And you know, D was driving an Audi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, they do it. Seem like they do whatever they want, and that's what made me want to cut hair.
Right.
Watching that, looking at Mark and D and Trey and all that, and then I was just like, then I started cutting hair, man. Then I initially started cutting hair at Kevin Holland's aunt's spot.
Oh yeah. No, that's it's Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle. Oh, Michelle.
Yep.
Michelle
Yep.
was a beast, man.
Michelle was man. She was so nice,
Yeah.
bro.
That's who used to cut my hair.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Yep.
Matter of fact, that was close to MCI. It was over there by that good tire service place. It
Yep.
was
Right in the
them
back of them little colonial looking spots.
Yep.
That was the first barbershop I ever worked at.
Yep. Okay.
And then I left that joint, and eventually I started cutting hair in Norfolk. I was messing with the shorty from Norfolk State. You know, I'm, crashing at her crib. Stone cold loser shit, no car. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
See,
And you know what I
women
mean?
taking in the losers help you out, though.
Yeah.
You don't want them doing that shit to do.
Shout out to you, boo. You help me out.
See?
I'm driving a car and shit.
See what
know
you
what
done
I'm saying?
created, an entrepreneur. See, keep doing your thing.
Yo. And I remember, man, me and Troy Blonde Fury, we went to the barber shop, and I told him I wanted to work there, and he was like, "Yo, you got a head to cut?" And And I don't know why I didn't cut Troy hair that day, but I went back and I went by myself and I was like, yo, you still got a chair up? And he was like, yeah, you got a head to cut. I was like, yep. I went in the parking lot, grabbed the motherfucking dope fiend, grabbed the fiend. Yo, you want a free cut? Yeah, hell yeah. Cut his hair. Nigga hired me on the spot. And then from then I was, worked there for a little while. Then I went to Platinum Cuts.
That's where I seen you at a lot of times because you cut me up all the time.
And when I went to Platinum Cuts, the whole trajectory of my life changed after that, bro.
So you really just go out and create your own opportunities, man. So that's
I
what
have
this is
fishing,
right
by
here.
the way. I still got my hair.
You still got a hairline. You sorry, man. That's all I know. That's all I know, bro. Like, that's all I know is go out and create an opportunity for myself. He's been around for a lot of different ventures. Some good, some worked, some didn't.
Yeah, because like I could see this, but in this situation, you say you really wasn't feeling it at first,
The podcast?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it because I was like, I just didn't like, I had some insecurities about myself. You know what I'm saying?
You got to figure out the finance part, man. You got to bring that in some way, somehow, man.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things that's not spoken about amongst our people.
Well, we got you here.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Look, man, just investing in general, man. It's legal drug dealing. If you think about,
I'm into that.
It's entrepreneurship at its finest with just you, and that's it. You ain't got to argue with people. All you got to do is figure out, because investments is connected to people. So stocks behave the same way people do. If people feel that stock, it's a panic. You see that in the charts. If people don't, you see the downfall in that joint, and you can make money on the downfall. A lot of people just buy and hold.
So what exactly are you? Okay, what kind of financial shit are you into right now?
Everything, anything that I could see on the charts. I mainly do crypto and stocks. That's it.
Word.
Yeah.
So, like, give us an example. Like, can you talk about stocks, or is it like a?
Nah, I can talk about stocks.
Okay, because I remember I asked one dude, "What should I invest in?" He was like, "Well, legally, I can't tell you."
No. So I'm gonna give it to you the simple way I figured it out. Right?
Okay.
You pay electric bill every year.
Yeah.
But every month, right?
Yeah.
So think about fall,
Mm-hmm.
where you could turn that bitch off
Right.
and never have to worry about running your joint because of the way the climate is, right?
Right.
Then think about spring. This happens 2 times a year where your electric bill don't even got to run and you're saving money, right?
Right.
Stocks and investments perform the same way. So they're low, they're high, they're low again, then they make higher highs and higher lows. The same way everything functions.
So it's a forecast.
It's just a forecast. You just got to know when there's turmoil, like what's going on right now. Like stocks are at their low.
So it's a good time to buy right now.
But people panic. It's psychological.
Yeah, I would say it's a little intimidating because it's a different language, So
It's
a
not
lot
a
of
different language.
You know, you learn
how I'm explaining it. You already get it, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
you
get from what
you
you're saying,
learned
yeah.
it, and you learn how to simplify it. I think that's you had the fortification. Hopefully, I'm
You
saying
just
it
learned
right.
how
To be able
you
to
just learned how to break it. You just gave us the dummy book, basically.
Yeah, but it's that philosophy that I do. It's like, okay, I know that these stocks is going to bottom. I know this is going to bottom, and all you got to do is see it on the chart.
How many hours did you put in before you understand them the way you do?
Good question.
Consistently,
Yeah.
about 90 days.
So yeah, consistently for 90 days it locked in. Because I know how you lock in. So that's
Yeah.
probably like 6 months to a year to the average person.
Nah.
Because he'll lock himself in the
I lock in.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
So, but
Obsessed.
if you think about it, once you figure it out, it's easy money. And then it's only you. You got to think about it. With a podcast, you got to deal with viewers, marketing.
Yep.
You got to deal with so much things.
Yeah.
With investing, it's just you. As long as you can pull that bitch out on the chart and figure that out, that's mailbox money.
Yeah.
How does one know what to invest in? What stocks to invest in?
You could look at the volatility of it. You could look at
Niggas do not know what volatility
all
is.
right. So with investments, think about a heartbeat monitor on the computer.
Okay.
When it goes bing, bing, you want to catch the underline before it goes up,
Got you.
and then you want to catch the downturn. And it's going to bottom out or top out somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing, let's say this is the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to catch it here, and this mark is maybe $5 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when I know it's here, I know it's undervalued.
Mm-hmm.
When it gets here, it's overpriced. So if I catch it here and I get it to here, that's $5.
Mm-hmm.
Then if I catch it on the downside, that's another $5.
Mm-hmm.
And all you're doing is playing that all day long. And if it drops below that, there's another level it's going to go. It's going to find support somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Play that same game again. And then if it breaks out, it's going to break out and it's going to keep going. You see what I'm saying? And
So-
you know when it breaks because the volatility, the force behind that is going to start leaving.
So
It's like a rocket running out of gas.
Because see, I always looked at stocks like it was gambling. So it's not really gambling.
It's not it's calculation.
It's calculation. So it's
And all you got to do is know how to calculate it. Like how you use a calculator, you had to learn how to use a calculator.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing to use, but when you if you introduce that calculator to a 3-year-old, they're going to be baffled
Right.
until they figure it out. Then it's the easiest thing in the world.
So it's
It's spending 90 days to figure out a fucking calculator.
so it's a science to it.
It's a science to it.
So I see people talking about like Forex and shit. Is that still a thing?
Forex is the thing. Anything you can put on the chart, you can trade it.
What would you say the minimum that it would take for somebody to get in the game?
Yeah.
I started with $50.
And
And it's once you know it can make money, you find money. You'll cut back. I had to cut back. I love shoes. I love kicks. I love dressing.
yeah.
I just decided that I'm not gonna spend money on that for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's it. I found money when I wanted to do anything.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Mm.
It's just I have to decide to do this with the money instead of the other thing.
Yeah, it's wild because money is just a form of energy.
Yeah, it is.
It's really
Yeah,
all it is, bro.
When you want to go to an Usher motherfucking concert or the Roots picnic,
You'll find it.
you find it.
You find that bread. You find that bread.
Damn
You
right.
gonna
you
find
will.
it.
Somehow you'll find it. You'll figure out a way
And
to
then
make
when
it
that
work.
50 made $25 extra, the fuck am I putting my money in for?
Right.
Because now I can use this to buy my Jordans now.
Right. That profit.
That profit.
Right.
But how could somebody in survival mode even begin to just think like that? I guess this is
And maybe because I had me moving to Charlotte and having this secure financial job and no kids.
Did you go to college?
Nah.
So what? Okay.
My high school diploma is 1995 Mitchfield High School.
So what? All right. I know you work in banking and so on and so forth. Finances. What it like? Do you mind talking about what you do?
Yeah. Well, what got me is working for E-Trade.
Okay.
So mind you, I had call center experience. That's all Virginia had.
Right.
So you already know MCI,
Yep.
Ticketmaster,
Yep.
Sprint,
West.
Nextel,
Yep.
West. Those were all my jobs from Newport News.
Right.
damn. If
So-
that's all we had, what we got now?
I don't, but look, and
No, get back now.
we got the shipyard. But think
steel
about
toe
it like
boots.
this. So Charlotte had customer service
Mm-hmm.
for banking. That's all I got on my resume here in Newport News.
Mm-hmm.
It was just deciding that I can't go to the shipyard because of my situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this ain't enough money. So what I did was my homeboy was already in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, can I put your address on my resume to make it seem like I'm already there?
Mm-hmm.
And if someone calls me,
That's some Newport News shit. Go ahead.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Right.
how we know you from the crib.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's all I did. I had the call center experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that when I was applying for the jobs, I had my parents' address on the resume and I was never getting called back.
Right.
So I said, can I use your address? He like, yeah. So the moment I did that, the first week I did it, I got several calls.
Mm.
Now it's like just lining my interviews up at the same time while I'm out there
Yeah.
to make sure I can interview with Northwest before Wells Fargo took them over, and then it was another joint, Linden Tree.
All right. Yeah. I've seen that.
Those two at the same time was out there. So Northwest is one that ended up hiring me, and then they said, when can you start? 2 weeks. All I'm doing is going back home, telling my peoples I got a job, throwing every month all my clothes in the plastic,
Yeah.
in bags,
Yeah.
and I'm out
Yeah.
in that white Ford Escort.
Mm-hmm.
And that joint made it there. The day it made it there, that joint died.
It was that will number God getting you there. Getting you there.
Yeah, and then I'm at my man's house, and then like he's taking me to work, and then that's how I got in there. Didn't look back, and the money was so unbelievable, man. I got bonuses and everything.
So you don't work for like Bank of America.
I worked for Bank of America for 9 years. I did E-Trade for 4 years, Wells Fargo, and now I'm at USAA, and now I'm about to go to US Bank.
Damn, bro.
Because it's a big bank account.
Shout out to that, bro.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
it's just learning that. Everything came, the call center experience came from Newport News. And then when I looked at, when they was training me for any job, it was always 90 days in training. So
Whole
they
background came from the
psychologically, they know your brain is going to pick up on anything
in 90 days.
in 90 days.
That's a good that's a good jewel to all the youngins and actually to anybody. You know, what he just said made a lot of sense, that because almost every gig you get is a 90-day probationary.
It's a 90-day
period.
probation.
Yeah, because they say it take 90 days, 21 days to develop a habit, 90 days to develop a lifestyle.
Yep.
Damn.
And that's what I did with stocks. I said, I'm going to give myself 90 days. I'm going to lock in. The same way my job is going to make me lock in. They're going to make me lock in for at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
So if I can't get it in 90 days, I'll find something else to do.
Right.
And it just ended up like, this is easy.
Wow, that's something how alignment works, though. I think it came full circle. Maybe it wasn't meant for you to make it with Roc-A-Fella, because on the other side, you might make a bigger impact just in finance.
And not only that, right? Let's just say we're gonna put this in the atmosphere. Let's say this joint goes viral, right? Then next thing you know, you get a call. Yeah, it's your boy. Yo, I need you to cut work at Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? You just never know how shit you never know how shit work, man. You know what I'm saying? You never know how shit work.
True story, yeah, because I could be a true testament to that. Like I said, I wouldn't have never saw this person that he was telling me about back then would have became the person that we are talking about today.
Yeah.
So like you said, even my mind, you saying that, I'm already hearing the voice kind of like, I'm doubting that, but then I'm like, who are you doubting again?
Right.
Because anything could happen.
Anything could happen. And from the relationship that you had around these guys when they were just starting out, and then they in their early 20s, and you as a teenager, it's something about that time and space because it's like you always remember your high school days, right?
Right.
It's something about that time and space that's very like, it sticks with you for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when he always see you, he show you love and embrace you off the rip, and again, we talking about Hove, man. We ain't talking about some random cat, man. Yes, I am a Hovenger. Yes, I'm Team Hove all the way, and y'all know that.
Every time they be talking about that Illuminati joint, I just be like, nah, man. I shut it down. Like, I be fighting whole battles.
Right.
on social media. It's like, because we're the only culture that does that.
The only culture.
Nobody does that to Warren Buffett. Nobody does that to Steve Jobs.
Nobody does it to who owns the NBA? What's his name? Stern?
Yeah.
Or whoever does.
Howard Stern?
No, Bob. Somebody. What's his name? I forget
David
his name.
Stern?
David Stern, I think.
That
like,
was, before,
we're the only culture
that says that somebody has to sell their soul or do something evil to make a lot of money.
Exactly.
That shit's crazy.
And I shut those arguments down because I was dead when it was nothing. I watched the whole thing form. So for him to get $1 billion to come from nothing,
Yeah.
or to take
Well,
your residual income, however you get it.
However you get it.
I think it's because you know, you think about us as a culture, you know, sometimes our culture fantasize without having. Again, it comes from that place of lack. If you think about throughout history, you know,
Being a slave.
quote unquote, yeah, black people have been perceived to have less than or be less than. So if you're still operating in that mindset, it's easy to be able to look at yourself, meaning someone that look like you, as if that's, you know, you can't be more than that. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
if you are, you cheating or you doing something to
Right.
to get in those rooms. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You're sucking up
Right.
the
And-
master
and-
of
I mean,
something.
Makes
He's
sense.
doing something.
Yeah.
You're doing something
And
foul.
I shut those whole rumors down.
But I
like,
mean, what-
you
automatically.
sacrificed your family member.
Right.
And
Whether
know.
that be true or not, I think we got to see the bigger picture to say, look, how do we change this mindset? Because obviously it's not working in our best favor. If you think that we are where we're supposed to be, then that's fine. But if you think that we need to advance and grow as a people, we got to start asking some questions, real questions to make solutions.
Right.
Facts.
Right. Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
And stop thinking everything we gotta do everything evil. Because that's not black people invented everything.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
even
saying?
that word, that word black, we got to start rethinking that. I
right,
mean, research
true,
that.
True, but everything came from us. In some way, shape, form, or fashion.
So what does that mean anyway? Okay, yeah,
So we
it
shouldn't
did. Now
doubt
what?
nothing. We shouldn't say that we had to sell our souls because everything came from us, from melanated people.
Melanated people.
I think it's because we got to start speaking more life to each other, you know.
We do.
Because at the end of the day, if I look at you as an enemy or a threat, how can I look at you and speak to God?
Well, how can you look at me as enemy as a threat and you don't even know me?
Right.
Because
Or-
that's the perception.
Or how could you claim to be in any religious background? I don't care if it's Christian, Muslim, or whatever. Their principles are telling you to embrace.
That's the great point, though, that you just made. It's like you said, it's because you don't know me. And what did I say outside the car? Sometimes, you know, I believe one of man's greatest fears is the unknown.
Unknown. Right.
So, you know, sometimes a lot of times people hate on what they don't understand. Like, so if you don't understand.
We don't have to hate on each other because we understand each other from where we came from.
And that's a fact because you can see it could be grocery store full of people, and it just be two black dudes, and you you either gonna do one or two things. You either gonna grill them or you gonna what's up, bro,
Yeah.
and show them love.
But we need to start doing the embracing
And
because
yeah.
I think with us in general, just melanated people in general,
for sure, for sure.
our worst thing, think about everything that we prospered in. Think about Black Wall Street.
Yep.
Think about all of those areas, right? They destroyed those areas because it was unity.
Yep.
So as long as we're separated, they're cool with it.
Yeah.
We need to say, damn their agenda. We can still disagree. Like how I disagree with this man for a couple of years, but I still embrace the moment I seen this.
Right.
Like we don't speak all the time, right?
Right. Right.
But every time you call me, I embrace you,
Absolutely.
even if we disagree online.
Right.
Absolutely. Because we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what one of our most powerful weapons is? You know, Tank said it, I think, on the drink, you know, so he was saying that our most powerful thing is love. You
And
know
that's
I
what
mean?
it needs to
Like,
be.
Love, because if you can have the common denominator of love, you know, that brings families together. We all love grandma. So we got to come together for grandma.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
what do you love? Like, you know, I did this for that. I want everybody to say, you know, we love where we from. Why can't we have some pride in where we from and come
Right.
together for the love?
And why can't Island Iverson and like,
No.
I'm just-
No, that's my man.
I know that's your man,
yeah,
but every time I see him, he has
that's
on a
fine.
Yankee fitted.
Yeah,
It's fine,
yeah.
but
I
what I'm
think-
saying to you is I had on a New York fitted because I didn't have an identity to identify to VA. The moment I did that, I didn't, like I said, I didn't mess with you.
Yeah, I get
Right.
it, man.
So I could have hated. You see what I'm saying? I could have said I don't mess with that dude like that.
But
Why
what
am I gonna-
triggered? What made you do it?
Because it was something that I can identify with that belongs to me. VA belongs to me.
So it's love. It was love.
it was
so that's
love.
our most powerful weapon.
So,
man.
like, yeah. So I want to see everybody doing that. I want to see Vic doing that. I want to see Iverson doing that. I want to see who else is from here that's got.
Shit, it's a lot of you
I want to see Chris Brown doing it. I
Trey
want to
Songz.
see.
Did I see Trey Songz on one of your joints?
Yeah, Trey, for sure.
Yeah.
Trey embraced it off the rip,
Right,
man. You know what I
so,
mean? He don't even know me, but I met him, for sure. He showed me
I
love.
want to see Mad Skills doing it. I want to see everybody.
Skills, shout
from,
out to Skills. He came, he came to the grand opening.
He was just with Skills yesterday.
Yeah,
I want to see everybody doing it. This is our identity.
I will say this. I like just in talking about Iverson. I think to me personally, I've seen Iverson endorse it the most. Like almost every. He either has on the Yankee Fitted or the brand news.
Not when it counts.
I can't say that.
I'm
No,
gonna be
can't.
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest. I see Iverson in a lot of brand news and a lot of his pictures, man. For real.
I see it, but not when it counts.
What does it count?
When it counts is when he's on a major stage. Who did it the best is LL when he embraced the people from his community with FUBU. He went on every
that
single
man's been
stage.
in a Gap commercial with Fubu.
Exactly. When it counted, he did it everywhere.
But just to be clear, we love
I love Chuck. I love Chuck.
Chuck.
He is Newport News.
Chuck is Newport News.
I
royalty.
love Brandy. I love his whole family.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. But I'm a truth teller. Period. Point blank.
No doubt.
Because I want the best for Newport News.
No doubt.
I want to see this man shine because I know he did it for that. So I want to see that. I don't want to see nobody from here hating on another person that could be great and just make things happen. That's what's going to make VA pop. That's going to make people stop leaving and going to New York and going to Atlanta.
I would say socioeconomically is a lot bigger than that because it's things that we don't necessarily control, but we can control the mentality and the climate of our hearts and our thoughts. There's no need for us to pit anyone up against another man
Right.
because there's no real win in that.
Right.
If you feel like it's like Jay said, he said I'm the tallest midget. I know that's politically incorrect, but I mean, how is that bragging when you saying you the tallest midget? You know what I mean? If you think you could chop somebody else down, that's gonna make you look better. That don't make you no taller.
Like, if there was a collaboration between everybody that had a dope clothing line, and I say a dope clothing line, I can only name two.
Who do you think?
Brand News, and then Sick Mike
Villains, VA Villains.
the VA Villains.
Shout out my man D the Barber, Gold Coast. I mean, that's more of a overall.
Yeah, shout out to
line.
him too, man.
All right,
He-
so but then if there was a collaboration with all of those and no,
I don't think it has to be a collaboration. You never seen Ralph Lauren collaborate with Tommy Hilfiger or Nautica. It's just that you can exist.
There are collaborations within that because they collaborate with different things. They collaborate with the USAA brand.
I think
collaborate with
what I'm saying to you is that I don't think
Hampton. Hampton got the joint with Ralph Lauren. There is collaboration.
Yeah, I'm saying those two merging together. I don't think people need to see Louis Vuitton and Gucci for them to both exist within. It's just about it. I'm not going either side, but what I'm saying, people think that collaboration.
Think about it like this. We need that because we are so separated. Other coaches don't need it. They don't have the problem we have.
Right.
We have the biggest problem with unity.
Right.
So for us.
So you think that'll change it just by seeing it?
Yes,
on
I think for
something else?
us, we need it because we have to throw a sign out there to other people to start.
Think it'll change it for real?
Yeah,
I honestly personally think it'll cause more conflict because it's
Why?
because you saying they got to collab. Well, when they collab, hey, yo, it's gonna be this is mine. No, this is mine.
No, see.
And you talk about money.
Yeah,
see,
now money.
well, then, see, this is, so now, that's a slave mindset to me, bro.
Well,
Nah, but I'm just saying that's
because me, I don't have a problem with him. That's why I bought him. Once he told me, your boy came to him,
yeah,
and then he was having doubts on doing it,
yeah,
but he affects my life.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? And then I'm like, I know you.
yeah,
We've already had a conversation.
yeah.
So I'm going to plug anybody
And I'm glad you did that, man.
to
'cause
this
I am, to be honest
platform
with you,
because
man.
I don't know Nori from Drink Champs. I don't know any. I know you, and you were doing it for Virginia.
I am.
You see
We
everything
are.
come through here. You're doing it for a purpose.
Across the water.
and I think
We
that's
are.
what made this podcast genuine in these moments.
Yeah.
As I'm listening
So-
to them, it's things that when I talk about genuineness, it's only things that they can relate to. You understand what I'm saying? So it's stories that they was talking about that I don't even know about, but they could relate, and it was a synergy there. You know what I'm saying?
I think not should come over here. I think everybody that's from Virginia, if you embrace your hometown, if you love your hometown like how you say you do, whether you're from Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Williamsburg, I don't give a damn.
But how
If-
does that help us economically?
It helps us economically because all the money's coming to somebody.
But that might not even be what they want. You know what I'm saying?
I
Anyway,
mean,
but at the
but-
same
but-
time,
Who? Me?
no,
Shit.
no.
I'm
Yeah, dude.
But
I
I'm
would
saying,
rather-
how does that help us holistically?
Dude,
It helps.
How-
It
I-
helps.
It helps. I don't care. Like, dude, you
It's
own
a question.
club.
It's not that I
Nah,
disagree.
but no, but I'm telling you,
You could tell y'all
I-
niggas best
I-
friends, boy.
I can
Y'all
wear-
sound like me and him.
I can wear polo.
I'm not, Mario, I'm not disagreeing with. I'm just making.
I
a
know.
I'm just explaining to you. I can wear any fucking thing I want. But because you got a hat, and once again, I didn't fuck with you personally. But if I spend my money on anything,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather go to somebody I know.
Yeah, but that's one of my thing is like, what does that matter to you?
It matters to
mean?
me because that's how wealth is accumulated.
Okay, now
Black Wall Street was predicated on money staying in the black community.
Circling around.
So when we spend our money, black people in general, it stays in the community for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the big.
So if I buy a hat, you got a store in Newport News. You pay taxes in Newport News. Everything that I spend my money to benefits where I'm from. So why shouldn't the money go there? If he has a podcast, everybody comes to his podcast. He got to pay.
I think it's got a lot to do with that's maybe where you come in that people don't understand.
he
Things.
pays taxes. He pays taxes in Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So everything comes back to the community. And if he gets enough, he's going to spend it where he's at. That's
Right.
what every entrepreneur does.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to help you spin off something because you his man. And then it just grows. That's how wealth is built in communities.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't have to like you.
Right.
But if the money comes in, it's
Should
coming
it
to
just
where I'm
be
from.
about money though? You know.
It's at the end of the day, try to live without it. These motherfucking lights ain't gonna
I
stay
get it,
on
I
without
get
it.
I get it. Cause I think
And we got to stop saying that because the white man don't say that.
yeah.
They just keep their money in their fucking
I'm
family.
saying I believe that too, but I also believe that it is not everything ain't got to be transactional when it comes to community and
It
family.
has to.
But
That's what
yeah,
Wall,
it
that-
is.
That's what Black Wall Street was strived
I
on.
believe-
Everything was transactional.
Yeah,
Instead of him going to a blacksmith out of Black Wall Street, he went to a woodsman inside the community. If someone cooked food in a restaurant, they went to a fucking restaurant inside of Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
It is transactional.
Yeah. What I'm saying, it should be more layers to it. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying that's part of it for sure.
It's a major
You know what I
part
mean?
of it.
Yeah, it's a major. It is. I agree with that point, but I'm just adding to what
And
you're saying.
then you get a stock. You go public, right? You go public with your company. You go public with your company. Now you get money from all over, but it's all coming back.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
So for example, I'm gonna give you for example, like I came here, you didn't pay me. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't necessarily transactional for sure. It was just the relationship in the situation of me looking at it like I know these guys is home.
But
You know,
Right.
yeah.
but when people see this pod, it can transition into it being a transaction.
Right.
It
because-
can. That's my point, but that's not what brought me here. Is what I'm
No.
saying.
What do I do every time I come home, though? Don't I come to your store and buy something?
Yeah, so that I get that part. Like
So-
it plays
so-
a factor, but
yeah,
it's
it
like
plays a
it's
factor
about the
because I wanna
synergy
see
more
you
so.
win.
It's about the
Y'all
synergy.
both saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
we
man.
are saying the
Hey,
same
tell
thing.
y'all
Yeah,
best
yeah.
friends, boy.
Yeah,
God
yeah,
damn.
it's-
I want to see you win. I came here because I want to see him win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had about 2 hours now.
All right, cool.
So we're gonna start layering this thing down a little bit. So all in all, man, we brought Rated R here, man, to what's the word I'm looking for, Lou? Help me out.
To talk about Jay-Z to guarantee that he was in Newport News.
Hey, yo, slow it
Pretty
down.
much.
Slow it down, man. Slow it
Pretty
down.
much. Ain't no need to sugarcoat it. We brought somebody that we know is a stand-up dude from Newport News that was around Hove.
That got facts.
That got facts. It's not no shit he seen on the internet.
And shout out to Rel, man. None of this would have happened without Rel, Quan.
Yep.
Shout out to all y'all. We ain't got to talk every day, or we just know what the history is.
Yep.
Shout out Tone Capone.
Yep.
Everybody, man.
Yep. It's some things we didn't talk about that I kind of want to get into, but I don't know. Like, it was some street things that happened, but we're gonna leave that out of it.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
But yeah, man, this was a great conversation overall, man. We appreciate Rated R for coming, and giving his time, man, and his blessings.
Anytime, man. Especially on the finance part. You need me for anything to break.
Nah, for sure. We got to
down,
bring
man.
you back to have that, and we need Greg as well because y'all like y'all might want to do a pod, man. Y'all might want to do your own pod because
it's just about it's a lot of voices
man,
out there.
I would rather join forces with you. You already got it popping. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need. You already got it popping, man. I'd rather put the money where it's supposed to be, man. We don't need that.
True that.
Like,
well,
I'd rather put it here. You can bring the joint. You can make another location at his shop because when he opened the shop, he's got so much room in that joint. I actually gave you the idea to put a podcast in that joint too, remember?
I don't know about we talked about it. Yeah, we could go into it, whatever.
no, you know what? I'll tell you what, man.
we
If Greg is open
down
to
for
it,
it,
we would love to broadcast live from Brand News. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it's convenient.
Whenever you do that interview, man, that'll be cool.
We would love to do it just
and
live.
invite Ann Iverson out and because I honestly, hold on while we talking before we break this down because we over with the Jay-Z shit.
Yeah.
What I would like to see, really, because you said it earlier,
Yeah.
Iverson shit, just go ahead and sign a contract because he's always he's always in the store, a partnership. With you because everybody associates Iverson to that store.
I mean, I say everybody. I would just say, man, you talk about a global figure that did represented on during this Hall of Fame year. He
do
did.
the LL Cool J
but my
thing,
thing is, I don't think it's you don't put the onus on the one man.
Victor?
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, the love is there because, like I said, he inspired me because I saw him as a kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to see it go from there to where he ended up accomplishing, and that's an inspiration to me,
Right.
And I think that played a role in me, want to be creative and feeling like I could do what I do.
Absolutely.
So,
so why don't he just go ahead and embrace
because
it?
it's not about that. Like I don't really have to put so much energy into another man doing anything.
Nah, you don't have to, but why not?
But it's love. It's love though. That's what I'm saying. So we can leave it there, and I feel
we can leave it there because I love AI. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I just want to see more unity within our community. I don't want to see the back and forth. If you say you're going to embrace something, embrace it. Don't say you're going to embrace it and then be doing everything else.
Do y'all look at it a certain way? Because I hear those things, but it's like, what does that look like from the outside in? I don't understand.
I seen
with
one.
AI?
No,
I don't see it like that.
I seen one post on your page where he said that he was going to wear something.
Okay.
And then when he went on to Jimmy Kimmel or whatever he went on, he didn't have it on. So whenever I give you my word, I give you my word. When I said I was coming,
You came.
I came.
But again, again, what I would tell you is this: how many do you think heads are in Newport News?
It don't matter.
No, because it's not about it just being on one person. Like it shouldn't be one person
but
to
if
tell
you say
everybody
you're
else.
gonna do something, you got to do it.
Yes, but what I'm telling you is, even if you're right, like however you feel, you know what I mean? Because you can feel how you feel. What I'm saying is, it's about the people. You can have one person wearing it, but the people is what makes something what it is and make it
put
great.
a light on it,
So
though.
what I'm saying, the people know, they see it. It's plenty of people that they seen this logo. They may or may not know who I
you
am or
see
what
his
it's.
hat,
What
bro?
I'm saying is, it shouldn't be about one person. It should be about the collective.
Well,
And yeah.
Let me ask, what would you like to see going forward for your brand?
Oh man, I would love to see you know, there's a lot of things that I want to do on the back end just for scaling. Of course, you know, we build business to scale, not to say the same. I would love to see my brand, you know, as the really looked at as the official VA logo. And Brand News is the actual brand, which is it's not just about Virginia. So I would love to like scale that more so globally.
So, is it a way like to do partnerships with like DTLR?
I'm pretty sure all of those things are, you know, there and could be on the table, but you know, I'm still working, you know. what I
And
mean?
and
It's
and
still-
have New Era do a real VA hat instead of that
I mean,
bullshit they be doing.
it don't even have to
Uh-uh.
be. It don't even have to be New Era or anything like that. Like, you know, let's use Jay for example. He got turned down by every major label, and had he not did that, we probably wouldn't be here having this conversation. You know what I mean? As
Right.
far as how he was able to just go, you know, boost. He did what he did, and it wasn't like he needed another person to put him on.
Well, let me say this about your joint, man, about Brand News. I watched you go from, you know, doing these little, not little, but you know the pop ups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, and out the trunk, and you know, just getting it how you live, just hustling. And you went from hustling to turning into a business, and then to a pretty much a corporation at this point. And have you ever thought about putting a store on this side? Or is it even profitable
I
to
think
do that?
in this day and time, man, things are very much so more online. When you talk about storefronts, you can see the malls around here closing. It's a telltale sign.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? Especially since the 2020, people got very adapted to just ordering online. You know what I mean? And it was already going there, but that sped it up.
Have you been to the Magic Show, or have you thought about doing
Yeah,
that?
100% thought about it. You know, I that is on my agenda.
Yeah, no
You know
doubt.
what I mean? But nowadays, even with that, that doesn't mean necessarily the
Yeah.
same thing that it meant back then.
True.
Yeah, shit is changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, man, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I didn't really have the training wheels was off day one. I didn't have any mentorship or anything. So you know, being self taught, you bump your head a lot of times. So you know, I took that and I'm still learning.
Man, I think my favorite sweatshirt I got from you, it was like
The cheetah joint.
That was my joint.
Yeah. That was like a 101 joint too.
I love that joint. Man. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, it's good seeing you, man.
Yeah, man. Look, we're gonna wrap this up,
Yeah,
man. We want to again, man, thank Rated R for coming in and blessing us with his Jay-Z stories, man. We're gonna bring him back to do a whole finance a whole finance part, man, because that's necessary.
And me, you know, the strong personality of Rated R. It is about him today, and I just want to tell you, you know, we was up here kind of like it wasn't even really disagreeable. I think we were saying the same thing in different ways, but I will like to say, he is a driven person, a driven person that really influenced me. I think being around that energy that many years and seeing what he did, I think that also helped pour into me for what I eventually did. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to commend you for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Thank you for accepting my apology, man. Pretty much.
No
Yeah,
doubt,
definitely.
no doubt. And this is what it should
and
be. You
that-
know what I
that's
mean? As
dope.
far as us as men, you know what I
It
mean?
is supposed to be
Yeah.
like that. Best friends turn best friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's important, man.
I mean, I think if we want to use the friend phrase, I think real friends really become family.
They do.
Yeah,
Right.
I do.
They do.
Yeah.
Because this cat can't be no closer than this is my brother. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you know,
Not on no funny shit, man. I lay it down for him, the time, and you can throw the dirt over my face for him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is, man.
And you can't put a dollar on it. That's why I say everything.
without doubt.
But
And
I'm
not just
so
for him, for his
I'm
children
so-
and his wife.
But that's
his
what I'm
mama,
saying. When I was
everything.
saying this is, I don't want to close it with this, y'all. Sometimes, you know, what's understood don't have to be explained.
Yeah.
So with me trying to articulate what I'm saying, I just be patient with me. What I'm saying is, what you just said, we should feel like that collectively of people that look like us, that go through the
Right.
same struggle. It shouldn't just be about what you could do for me. Know that because we are the same, you should love me because you're looking in the mirror,
Right.
even if it's parts of you don't like. So that's
Right.
what I'm saying. If we just look at things transactional, we miss the spiritual part in the bigger picture.
I'm driven because I'm an investor. I'm like a capitalist.
but
I have the mindset to it, and that's where. But I would love to.
Would you consider yourself a capitalist?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's
believe
fair.
in balance.
That's fair because it has to be. Somebody has to be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to watch the money because unless we all gonna go live on a excluded island and we're gonna be bartering and living off the earth, which that's not gonna happen this day and age.
I don't disagree with that. That's why I say it has to be a balance. I'm
Balance,
just
yeah.
saying, don't say one part without the other part. I'd be hopping on one leg then.
Yeah.
No, but the balance comes, but I think certain people are wired a certain way. We're all wired
Yeah,
differently.
for sure. For
All right,
sure.
look, okay, Cam and Mace, we're gonna get back to y'all, man. Look.
Yeah, that was funny.
So we're gonna go ahead and knock this thing out, man. Call J Dot right quick, bro, so we can let him close his joint out because he couldn't be here because he wasn't feeling well, man. Yeah.
Interested to see how you chop this up, man. You
Yes,
got me
sir,
talking
man.
more than I expected to, you know.
Yeah, we got you here. We still gotta do your interview. Man, I would love for all to be here when we do yours too, man. That'd be dope.
Sure. As long as I got time, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely
And thank
come
you
back.
for coming, bro. We appreciate you, bro.
Like
For
the
real,
barber, man. You supposed to get him out here, right?
Yeah.
Man, come out here, bro. Don't make me call you.
Yeah, man.
Knots, come out here, bro. Don't make me call you.
Yeah, we need knots.
Yeah, this is the place to be, man. This is for Virginia, man. Everybody come out here. Chuck, all y'all. Vic, come out here, man. Let's go, man. Let's unite.
I appreciate that.
All right.
J Dot. Got you on speaker, baby. We about to close it out. Your man's popped up too. Greg, brand news. Him and Rated R are best friends. Yeah. Yeah. So but Greg has said that he's still gonna do the interview because you asked him. So he said he's gonna be a man of his word. He's gonna do the interview as well. But he did some talking today too, though. He ain't want to, but we made him talk. But yeah, but we just wanted you to close it out, bro. We want to make sure you was cool, make sure you was feeling good. You know, we love you here at Across the Water Pod. We miss you today too, bro. I needed you, bro.
Yeah, I got home about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay. You feeling all right?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
good.
what we said it was.
Okay. Got you. So we're gonna go ahead and close this out. J Dot, go ahead and close us out, man.
Hey, shout out to everybody that came out today, man. Peace, love, happy Father's Day, happy Juneteenth. Be safe. Love y'all.
All right.
Yes, sir, man.
Love back, homie.
No
back.
doubt.
Peace.
Peace. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing out, man. Again, shout out to Rated R from coming all the way from Charlotte, man, for this interview. Shout out for Brand New. Shout out for Greg Bryant for coming through. You know what I'm saying? And representing for the crib. We're gonna bring him back for his own interview so he can talk about how he came up with his brand and where he's going with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Ludi Lou right here, always on the side, ready, trained to go at all times. So yeah, man, Cross the Water Podcast, man. We live from PMG Podcast Studio, signing off. It's your boy Shay Money, aka Rizzo. Peace.